Saluted format's pretty good. I'm not sure it's going to have the longevity of Kaldheim. I feel like I'm getting a pretty good hang for the archetypes, but I'm having a lot of fun still. And trying to hit rank 1 while we can. So, let's dig into a draft. Probably not going to be quite lucky enough to have a deck as broken as the one I had last time, which was just Silver Quill and then somebody passed me Blot Out the Sky in pack 3, but... Zuzununi, what did I spend my gold on? I always spend my gold on just random pretty cards. I'm somebody who they've got with the, I easily fall for their tricks as far as card styles go. And I make enough drafting that it doesn't require me putting more money into the thing. Discounted saw, yeah, steep discount. Which ironically I didn't see coming. I didn't think they were going to make that card 90% off while it was still in standard for another year and a half. Well done. Good move, Watsy. So, this format, what can I say about this format that I haven't said before? I don't remember what I've said before, so I can say anything. I feel like I've gotten a hang for pretty much what every college is supposed to be doing except for Lorehold. I think the reason I'm not sure what Lorehold is supposed to be doing is because Lorehold is just bad. That's my best guess. Not like terrible unplayable, nothing's unplayable if it's open, but just a bit worse than most things. Anyway, we're going to take Blex Vesting Pest because it's a cool mythic that I haven't had the chance to play with yet, and I also like Witherbloom quite a bit. People sleep on Witherbloom. I think Witherbloom's great. It might be my I think it's in contention for the second most powerful college after what do you call it? After Quandrix, right? Still don't have the new names down just yet. There's a bit of a rock paper scissors thing going on where it feels like Witherbloom crushes Silverquill. Silverquill might have an up against Prismari, and I can't seem to beat Prismari with Witherbloom. But that is an incredibly low sample size I'm speaking from, so it's probably nothing. What's Silverquill supposed to do in draft? Attack people. Preferably with flyers. Silverquill has a lot of flyers. You just gotta take the flyers. Anyway, you have Blex, so you can play this card in... You don't want to play this card in Silverquill. You can play it in Quandrix. It's fine, but obviously you want to be Witherbloom if you can. Although, notably, it's maybe a bit better than Quandrix than you'd expect, because if you just take some Pest Summonings, that's a card that Quandrix can play that then Blex amplifies the power of. So we could take a Quandrix Pledge Mage and stay open. I've come down on this card a little bit. There's just so much removal in this format. It feels like it's kind of hard to get a really big one going sometimes. And Eliminate's good. I'm just going to take Eliminate. 2-mana removal that kills tokens is at a premium in the set. I think Blex is a pretty good name for a pest. Okay, so... Got basically 3 plausible choices here. Mage Duel, Pledge Mage, Inkling Summoning. It might be weird to hear that Pledge Mage is on this list. I've been very impressed by this card. It's a great size. It's kind of like the Ravenous Lindworm of the format. It's big. It's bigger than other things that are of similar cost to it. And it gains you a bunch of life. Sometimes it's like 2, sometimes it's like 7. Mage Duel is probably still better, but I appreciate the Pledge Mage. I was going to do the Sam Black thing and look at 17 lands to figure out which one's better, but I'm not going to do that now. Inkling Summoning is also pretty plausible. You definitely want one of these in your wish board if you can get it. Flying is just great. More important for Silverquill, still important for us. I think I'm going to take Mage Duel here, but I could absolutely see Inkling Summoning being the thing I would take a little bit more into the format. Really respect that card. So Bayou Groff has not performed well for me, has not performed well in general according to 17 lands. Infused with Vitality is a very replaceable common. It's fine, not a priority. I think I'm just going to take the Snarl. A, rare drafting. B, it's just probably a slightly better campus. Maybe actually a worse campus. It's probably a worse campus. But I still love dual lands, and it gives me the option to maybe splash a color. I've 3 color decks. I don't know, if there was Witherbloom Campus in here, I think I would take it over everything else in the pack. So I'm just going to take this Snarl. Okay, here we've got okay, a bunch of options. Fractal summoning is the one that stands out to me the most. Getting a good... This is like... A lot of like the mid-tier summonings are kind of replaceable. Like, I found that like elemental summoning, spirit summoning feel pretty interchangeable. Inkling summoning also kind of goes in there unless you're Silver Quill, where the flyers are much more valuable. But fractal summoning gives you something that the other summonings don't. Same as pest summoning, which is very different as well. So I prioritize this in pest summoning a bit more. Zuzanuna depends on your constructed deck. If you're playing a 2-color deck, probably you should play some Snarls much of the time, unless you have a good reason not to. Umbrejuke's okay. It's just okay. It's just an Inkling summoning with a little bit of extra zing, but I'm just gonna take fractal summoning here. 47 seconds to Mars. It depends on your goals. Maybe you should, if you want to get wild cards. You know, drafting rares you think you need is a good way to do that. So, where are we looking for here? Elemental summoning's not really in our colors. We obviously don't have to be, you know, we can just drop, you know, we could go Quandrix if we wanted to. Serpentine Curve is tempting. I've been very impressed by this card, and it is, I've seen a couple of them going in the draft. This thing is, 6 mana 6/6 is not very exciting. I'm like, Moldering Karok versus maybe Serpentine Curve to stay open, or what I'm thinking about here. Sheesh, that's tough. I think I'll take Karok, but it's really replaceable, and I could see this. This was just like me in a rush, making a rush decision. Alright, here we've got Silver Quill Campus, which is the color I'm probably less likely to splash. Graham Sessions, good little life gain. Learn card, all the learn cards are good, even Graham Sessions good. Tend the Pest is pretty interesting since we have a Blex, and taking this early means we can prioritize stuff like Bayou Groff and Demigoth Woe Eater, maybe. I also like Witherbloom Pledge Mage, but I think it's Tend the Pests. This has the nice Village Rites effect where there's just so much removal in this format that it's sometimes just going to be like, hey, 2 mana, get 3 Pests at instant speed. You know, blow out your opponent's removal spell or whatever. I think these two are both pretty close. Hunt for Specimens, yes. Sam Black called this the best black common the other day. I think I agree. There's a lot of removal in this format, but there's only one Hunt for Specimens. Like, think about the 2/1 Learn card, the Professor of Symbology. Professor of Symbology is like a 2/1 that learns. This is a 1/1 Pest that learns. I often think that having a Pest will actually be better for you than having a 2/1 in many situations. Like, it's probably not quite as good as a 2/1, but it's like close. And this is just a common, and it triggers Magecraft. So good. So powerful. Joe, if I didn't say best black card, I said best black common. Poet's Quill is, yes, better than Hunt for Specimens. You got me. Huh, so here we have 2 really good white cards. Combat Professor and Humiliate I would pretty happily. Maybe Humiliate's a little tougher because you need to play this early in the game. And then Unwilling Ingredient, which is like a super replaceable... Does Blex work on frogs? Blex does not work on frogs. Terrible. I think I just take Combat Professor. Yeah, Unwilling Ingredient's so replaceable, and Combat Professor is like a card you can splash. If we get Environmental Sciences, it's like pretty easy to do that. And I'll just take Guiding Voice. It looks like Silver Quill stuff's going pretty late. I don't know exactly what we're going to put together out of this, but... Cerizium! Yeah, I saw Sam Black try to draft a Cody deck and get crushed yesterday, so I'm a little bit off of that. Cody's obviously fine, but... Alright, so we got some Abzani stuff. I guess I'll take the Shiny Tendrils. I can never remember which ones. Oh, wow! Okay, 15th pick Silver Quill Campus is a good sign. That's a Velomachus Laureled. Well, this is one of the best cards in the entire set. And there's a Hunt for Specimens. And a Pest Summoning. Pest Summoning is really important. I don't think we can do this. It's very cute. But I am trying to actually win matches here. Darn, some lucky red players in this pool, seeing an Academic Dispute here as well. I think I just take Hunt for Specimens. We desperately need 1 Pest Summoning, and this kind of deck can easily play 2. But Hunt for Specimens is like better than Pest Summoning generally. Hoping that comes back and people pick up the other black cards in that pack. Alright, a lot of nice rares going around. Not that one. That one's not for us. Wow, could have had Velomachus into Quintorius and just completely flipped the script. Another Fractal Summoning is not really what I wanted, but I think I'm going to take it. Karok Wrangler, just I don't think this is very good. I have not been impressed by it. It just, by the time you play it, it's hard to get enough Magecraft triggers off, and it dies to everything, often at, you know, more cheaply than you played it for. Probably just another Fractal Summoning, I guess. Just stack these in my hand, play them out late. It's fine. Sorry, Quintorius. Worth noting that Quintorius, even if we had taken Velomachus into Quintorius, Quintorius probably would have been very good in our 4-color deck. Okay. People just passing all the sick cards to us today. I'll take a Valentine, Dean of the Vein, / Lisette, Dean of the Root. That was another Pest Summoning. So maybe if somebody takes the first one, they won't want the second one and we'll get it. Maybe. This deck seems very good. Yeah, I don't think I've actually cast the Green Dean yet. I feel like the only times I've ever had this card, I ended up just playing Valentine because it hit my curve better. This is an extremely easy Environmental Sciences. This Mythic is not playable. Professor of Zoomancy is extremely playable. This card's great. But your first Environmental Sciences, especially when you're a 3-color deck, does so much for your deck. It just is incredibly functional. Like, I've had so many drafts where just having Environmental Sciences would have made the deck, like, I feel like at least one win better in Expectation or something. This card is ridiculous. Yeah, this is the Gold Vein pick. Here we go. It's actually an incredibly easy comparison. This is just Gold Vein pick. Think of this as Gold Vein pick, and you're like where you want to be. Like, I think it's even good in aggro because I think the secret to Lorehold might just be that you play all the black removal and just play Mardu when you can. I don't know if that's true yet, but it's my suspicion. Anyway, I'm going to take Rise of Exodus. This card's insane. It curves really well into Fractal Summoning, notably. Auric Lore Mage is also certainly fine. Like, it's a powerful card to have on the battlefield for a while. But I don't think it's a quite premium removal level. Okay, this is an easy Demagoth Woe Eater. This card's insane with 10 the Pest. Great combo to get off. Having a couple of Hunt for Specimens lets us curve into it and get an attack in or two. Yeah, I'm also not unhappy first picking Science. It's one of the best commons. I would grab that, and it's colorless too. You just play it in any deck. You'll in fact want one copy in every deck. And given only a few of them are opened per draft, at some point you'll stop being able to have a copy in every deck once people realize what's up. So enjoy it while you can. Well, that's a Harness Infinity. Am I doing this? Like, probably, right? I mean, is this card bad? It seems good. It looks like a very good card. I'm kind of interested in playing it. I mean, obviously, I know the Deadly Brew is fine. I know the Introduction to Annihilation is good. Yeah, that's how I suspect that case. This is a really grindy format. I played so many games where all I wanted to do desperately was to like get my whole graveyard back into my hand. Thank you very much. Alright, we'll take Introduction to Prophecy. We just in the right colors today, although we could have taken Velomachus Lorehold and had an 8th pick return to Past Caller. Shock? Come on, people. This card is so ridiculous. Shock is so good in this format. Oh, Pest Summoning. Beautiful. Let's wheel the other one now. Quintorius! So wait, no one's in Lorehold, no one's in Witherbloom. What is everyone doing? I'm really confused. I mean, we're not playing any of these cards. We're not going to play a double white spell in our deck. I'll just take Quintorius. Come on, little guy. I appreciate you. Alright, Essence Infusion not playable. Letter of Acceptance. I'm a little more interested in Letter of Acceptance when we have a 7-drop. Like, I don't love this card. I think it's better than a Reckless Amplimancer in our 3-color deck here. Okay, Tenured Inkcaster might make the cut. Not very good outside of, like, hard Silverquill, but eh. Anyway, we're doing great on playables. Trying to think of what the deck wants right now. Well, we would definitely play a second Pest Summoning. Disrespectful. Disrespectful! Ah, this card's so good. So some more Pest Summonings. Obviously, Blood Researcher would be lovely. Many of the good Witherbloom uncommons. Reduced to Memory is a nice one to have access to. Okay, so this pack has things for other people, but not for us. Quandrix Cultivator, would that we could. But I think Double Combat Professor is a higher priority than trying to get into blue suddenly. I mean, Quandrix is definitely the best color combination when you can get a good Quandrix deck. That would be expect that people have kind of recognized that, and it's probably balancing out again. Probably just going to grab Expand Anatomy. This is another one of those cards. It's like, it's not as important as Environmental Sciences, but this kind of effect is just one you want a lot. It's really nice to have one in your deck. If we will, like one of these, it's cool. Yeah, so I was going to say some red-white player at the table will be happy, but I don't know if there are any red-white players at the table, so I don't know if there is anyone to be happy. This card probably is okay in Quandrix. Maybe. We're not doing it. We're just going to take Village Rites. Perfect card for our Pest deck. Okay, into the Rise of Extus. We're really not seeing a lot of the core Witherbloom cards here. We're more like Witherbloom Control, which I don't mind. Witherbloom Control with Harness Infinity seems good, although I don't know if these Combat Professors are going to make sense. Like, obviously they're great. I just don't know if they're going to make sense to splash for. Jofu Archway Exhibition is quite bad. I would try not to play it. I have occasionally played Archway Exhibition, and it's always been when I didn't have access to an Environmental Sciences. And Environmental Sciences is much better. Alright, closing statement looks good. This is a card we'll definitely play. Second Environmental Science is obviously much less valuable than the first one. Leonin Lightscribe. What are people doing? What is everyone playing? What are we taking out of these packs? There's even still the Mystical Archive card in here. I mean, I'm taking this. This card's ridiculous. This is a really good splash. I like Inkling Summoning too, and 10 the Pest is cool, but 10 the Pest actually isn't that cool. I probably will play the one I have, but we only have one big creature. I'm gonna take Leonin frickin' Lightscribe. Yeah, let's figure something out here. Powerful cards, folks. Powerful cards. That's what we're doing. So currently we've got Cram Session Double Hunt for Specimens. And maybe Guiding Voice for Learn cards. Oh, Double Rise of Extus as well. I don't think I want the other Cram Session. We have no life gain payoffs at the moment besides Lisette. I'm just going to take another Campus. Or my first Campus. Sorry, I have a Snarl. Squad is fine if you're a certain kind of Silver Quill deck. We are not that kind of deck. Abundant Harvest is pretty cool, but I think I'm just supposed to take the third Hunt for Specimens. Now I actually really want another Pest Summoning or like an Inkling Summoning or anything, really. Okay, sadly, Exponential Growth. I did have a really sweet Exponential Growth draft deck where I was able to take a Team Pennant and a couple of Charge-Throughs and just 40 people a few times. This is not that deck. We have one Moldering Karok with Trample. Nothing else works with this. I'm just going to take Umbral Juke. Perfectly fine magic card. Okay, so does our deck want Unwilling Ingredient or go blank more? What is going on with us here? We don't really have like a strong identity. We're kind of just like strong card tribal. Probably just snag the go blank. I don't know. It's possible it was supposed to be Ingredient. I'm not sure I'm even going to play this. We are never going to be capable of casting this. We'll just steal this from somebody. Hey, good card tribal. There are worse tribes to be in. I mean, a lot of cards are doing a good one. We have no Blood Researchers, no Archways, no Dynas, no Witherbloom Pledge Mages. It's kind of like, I don't know. I'm going to take Fortifying Drought, I guess. Not going to play it probably, but take it. We're just kind of infinite removal here. Infinite removal and then eventually draw Harness Infinity and win is the goal. It's like a valid strategy, right? Double Fractal Summoning, just kill people eventually. Combat Professor, just chipping away. Okay, so this deck. Don't know what to expect. This could be great or it could be quite awful. Really glad we found this Pest Summoning. Would have loved a second one. Or a third one. This deck would probably play 3 Pest Summoning. I mean, I would have taken the third Pest Summoning over many playable commons. If we'd had a second one already. So, what's good, what's not great? So you got 3 Learn cards, 4 or 5 Learn cards. Tenured Inkcaster seems like an obvious no-no for me. Aside from Combat Professor, we have very few creatures that are attacking repeatedly, which is what Tenured Inkcaster really wants. And if we have a Combat Professor attacking repeatedly, we're probably in good shape. It's also miserable in defense, and we are probably going to find ourselves on defense sometimes. Alright, oh, we have cram session for learn as well. This card, I can actually imagine this one being a cut. It's... Now, once you have environmental sciences, you're home free Necrocissa. This one's weird. It's... It's just so much worse than Hunt for Specimens, but it's fine, maybe? I mean, all of our learn cards are mana fixing, which is important to remember. But within no payoffs, I think it's probably too weak. Like, it's still just like, you know, kind of revitalize adjacent. I think we cut it. And Letter of Acceptance is a weird one, but probably don't mind ramping into Rise of Exodus and Fractal Summoning, and then, I mean, this card is often bad if you're like doing heavy magecraft or like hard aggro or something, but our deck has no identity, we're just junk. In the sense of junk meaning Abzan, not in the sense of just the deck is junk. I think the deck is probably fine. I can play Defend the Campus. Yeah, I'm probably supposed to play Defend the Campus, huh? I just remembered I had that. Probably over Guiding Voice, because we probably do have enough learn. Okay, this seems reasonable enough. And then our mana base obviously has to change a lot. What are our actual colors right now? We have the same amount of green and white. I wasn't expecting that. We do have double green in the form of Lisette. And triple green in the form of Harness Infinity. So we're going to want to be gentle on the non-black green sources. I think we're probably just on one planes. There's like some... I would say if it weren't for our Harness Infinity, I would be... maybe wanting to play more planes. It's like obviously nice to be able... We might still play two. I mean, we can go get environmental sciences every game. We don't necessarily want to go get environmental sciences every game. Like, it's obviously nice if you just have all your colors and you don't have to do that. But I think between this, the campus, the sciences, and Letter of Acceptance, we'll probably be okay. Like, we can get Combat Professor out on turn 4 with environmental sciences. Defend the Campus and Closing Statement are later game cards. Light Scribe is probably a later game card. We're not trying to be hyper aggressive with it. We do have 9 black and 9 green sources, which might be more than we need. Yeah, it's probably more than we need. What if we... let's go to 10 black sources, probably... Can we go to 7 green sources now to second planes here? We really have no early green. Like, this is a card we're playing later, this is a card we're playing later. Harness Infinity is a card that is like the last card we play, by definition. I think I'll try this. We'll see if 7 green plus environmental sciences plus letter acceptance feels like not enough for Harness Infinity. Certainly an interesting deck, and I'd be very curious to see how this goes. Yeah, I mean, I don't see why you'd be skeptical of Harness Infinity. Like, just imagine it as like 7 mana, draw 5 cards. It's like a bit less flexible than that, but I think you would play 7 mana, draw 5 in this format at instant speed. Mistastic, no. Just nobody was in Lorehold, so we just got a bunch of random, extremely late Lorehold cards. We started out Witherbloom-ish, and then people were passing Good White. Witherbloom was probably getting cut. Somebody was taking all the Blood Researchers or whatever, but we were able to get some good rares. Yeah, I don't know what I would predict for this, in fact, but let's see what you would predict for it, chat. Let's get some predictions going. I remembered this time. Nobody even had to remind me. I'm so proud of myself. Alrighty, so this hand, keep. We have Demagoth, Woe-Eater, and Tend the Pests, and that combination of things is pretty forgiving. It's going to be pretty hard to lose if we can get that combo off. Of course, whether we live to get that combo off is going to be uncertain. That is the first time I've ever played a Snarl. Okay, we got Valentine. Am I doing Valentine? Ooh. Huh. Question, chat. If you infuse with if Valentine dies and you infuse him with Vitality, do you get Lisette? Is that how that works? I really want that to be how that works. Only the front. Okay, right, it just comes back as itself. Alright, so we're going to play Valentine as a 1/1 menace lifelink that's like kind of useful to have in play. Or are we going to do something different than that? I honestly think I'm just going to do it. If I draw a 4th land, I desperately want to cast Demagoth Woe-Eater. I don't want to cast Lisette. Lisette will be absurd, but I kind of want to just get on board here. Like, I want to start doing things. I want to start gaining 1 life a turn. I want to maybe make my opponent decide to waste a removal spell this turn. Really want to draw a 4th land. Really like to draw a 4th land. My opponent goes for a kill on Valentine. I probably will infuse it. Or will I? This is also nice with Demagoth Woe-Eater, but if they kill Demagoth Woe-Eater, they're probably just going to do it before I contend it. Yeah, let's just do this. I'm going to take him back. Creatures will probably die this game. This card's like 1 mana, half is also pretty good. Sick. Alright. Obviously, would have been better to get a 4th land there, but we're in fine shape, gaining some life. 7 pests is a lot of pests. Of course, Prismari can go over the top of 7 pests. They are capable of doing that. But Biblioplex Assistant is not very good, so I'm happy to see that. Just gonna Science this here. Opponent's Biblioplex Assistant dies, we can just make a pest out of it, so I assume they're not blocking, indeed. And now we'll go, Leonin Light Scribe. This probably dies to Heated Debate, but that's fine. Really love that the only Wraths in this format are rare, and that most of them are in red. Big fan of that. Oh, thanks, Zapgaze. 28 pests is a lot. What was the joke there? Well, Zapgaze, I need the number to be 7 or lower. I guess we have a pest right now, so it'll be 8, but... Well, Metastatic, yeah, most of them are not red, so that's what I mean. Red only has Draconic Intervention. In white, you gotta worry about Day of Judgment, which is not the original Wrath, I will note. You gotta worry about Day of Judgment and other stuff. The green rare Magecraft 2-drop. Oh, I see, I see. I was gonna guess some kind of wonky Sedgemoor Witch thing, but that makes more sense. 10 the Pests is gonna be the only thing that gets you that high. Opponent pondering, I guess, whether to develop their board with something or just kill this Light Scribe dead, 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 dead. Would absolutely respect the decision to kill the Light Scribe dead. Oh, strategic planning, great. Yeah, this card is stone unplayable. This is probably... get it because it's made of stone? Anyway, it's stone unplayable. Never ever put this in your deck. I promise you there is no instant or sorcery in your deck good enough that it's worth playing this card. I promise you. No way. No how. If you have Mythic's Mastery in your deck and you don't win the first time you cast Mythic's Mastery, that's your fault and you should just accept it. Six. So opponents spending their time fighting over my early stuff, which is going to give me more and more time to draw Harness Infinity, which I love. No, Time Warp is not good enough, Jofu. What are you going to do, Time Warp, and then you spend 4 mana playing a 2/1 the next turn? And then I guess you can Time Warp again, but like, what if you draw Biblioplex System without Time Warp? It's just a nothing of a card. It just gets outclassed by every 4-drop, most 3-drops. Go to the mat on this one. Balance. There we go. If they had printed Balance in the Mystical Archives, Biblioplex Assistant still wouldn't be playable, but you know, at least it would be a nice consolation prize to cast Balance twice in a game. Access Tunnel. Oh no! Opponent! Come on now. Come on now. Alright, well, we're going to start off sacking this. We're going to make a pest when our opponent chumps with these because Valentine's awesome. Um, this is a sorcery. Oh, this is an instant. I didn't realize this card was an instant. Sheesh. So we just swing with Woe Eater, or we also swing with Valentine. If they double block Valentine, Valentine dies, but we do get a pest anyway, and the Woe Eater gets in. That seems basically worthwhile. Nah. Opponent's gonna have to block with these eventually. I'd rather just stick around and make pests on a permanent basis, I think. Oh, just take the hit. Sick. Okay. So we'll just go ahead and line up a letter of acceptance. Prepare some pest tending. Which I believe I will do next turn. I assume my opponent's going to go after Valentine again with his heated debate. They could have a counterspell of some kind, of course, but... Worst case, they counterspell, and then we just sack the Woe Eater to itself, and then we get a bunch of card advantage, and then I have removal spells in my hand, and it's all good. Okay. We found our defend the campus target, chat. Opponent has tapped off of red, or tapped off of blue. Oh yeah, defend the campus just kills them also. I forgot about defend the campus just killing them. Well, if we can pull off this specific 3-card combo, it's probably going to be good often. Yes. When I said I found our defend the campus target, of course what I meant was we found our defend the campus targets, all 7 of them. Yes, I've figured out the line that just kills our opponent flat out. Because I'm a professional. Yeah, our deck's actually kind of good, huh? All these cards we're drawing are just really good cards. I like that part. Boop. Joe, if we could all use the Twitch chat in our lives. That's why I love you all so much. Rank 3. On our way. On our way. That was pretty nice. That was a game where you missed our 4th land drop, technically. Our opponent just missed their, missed multiple spell drops when they cast Biblioplex Assistant instead of real magic cards. Oh, it's Metal Mario. This person is a streamer? Or just somebody who hangs out in Twitch chat a lot? I don't remember why I know this name. I am familiar with the name, though. Alright, this time we get to play Lisette, which is pretty exciting. Oh, Zapgaze. How do you know this kind of stuff, Zapgaze? Like, how do you... Are you rank 1 now? Are you hinting at us that you're rank 1? I'm so special? A streamer. That's helpful. I see. That'll do it, Zapgaze. Yeah. Yeah. This does feel like the kind of format that somebody could really poach if they were of a mind to do so. Alright, are we sciencing? Am I just going blank on them? I think I just want to science and get Combat Professor out. Save go blank for later. Yeah, let's just keep our land drops flowing. There's a tiny part of me that just kind of wants to play a Valentine now because we're starting to set up for Harness Infinity. Although I will know we need to draw 2 more natural black sources and a natural green source to get that. What if I just did this? The thing is, like, creatures just die in this format, especially against Silverquill. There's so much removal in this stupid guild. I should have attacked with this pest also, because I had it infused with Vitality, I would have used it. I'm not going to block Killian, so that's me punting a point of damage away. Could matter. Do I play Valentine or not? I guess I have the infused with Vitality, which could be pretty powerful later with Lisette. I'll wait. I'll wait. The fact that I like no removal in hand right now kind of inclines me against just playing this. Killian's dangerous though. We could definitely lose to a good Killian start. I mean, I don't know, cam-wise. That's what I was just debating in front of you all. I hope not, but it could be greedy. Huh. That was weird ordering for doing that. Could have done that pre-combat. Oh, I think they were trying to test the waters for Lash of Malice. They might have been testing the waters for Lash of Malice. Nice land, Aaron. Good sequencing, Aaron. Alright. So this is just Combat Professor, I think. Or we could Lisette. Killian just makes everything so freaking cheap. We have so much removal. I could also go blank and then snarl them. That seems not unreasonable. If I just played like a 2-3 bird and they just gained 4 life attacking with Killian, like what have I really accomplished? I think not much. I'm gonna zap him. At least Necroblossom Snarl is incredible with Harness Infinity. We just gotta live that long. Oh, Zapgaze, I just saw your other comment. I'm sorry about tired drafting your way back down to the 20s. You can get there. Just one set of good awake drafts will do it. Okay, hit some stuff. What do we hit? Crushing Disappointment. Very flavorful with Killian. I will say that much. We also have a lot of removal in our deck. Just gotta find some of it. Okay. Is our opponent's next turn just going to be Expanded Anatomy? Expanded Anatomy? No. They drafted the best common. Okay. Powerful stuff. If only this thing didn't have freaking Menace, we could at least set up Infuse with Vitality for it. We can still do that. It's just going to take more effort. I hate effort. Our opponent's down to 2 cards, though, so that's nice. And our life total is something. Ooh, Blex. Okay. You go Blex. I meant to Blex, I think, right? Blex and hold up Infuse with Vitality specifically. We could also go like Valentine hold up Infuse with Vitality, but that seems weird. Yeah, I like holding up Infuse with Vitality for a good long time here. Let's cast the Pest. We can maybe do the sorcery one next time. Eliminate Blex. No, you don't. Stop it. That's rude. That's rude. Alright, we just gained a big old chunk of life. I like that part. Pack a lunch. Drafting a bunch of Mythics and trying to win with them. In the style of my forefathers. Or something. I don't know what I was trying to say there. Silverquill Pledge Mage. That we can probably deal with. Leonin Light Scribe. Alright, a lot of stuff going on in this draft for sure. So Harness Infinity is a weird one to use. I think we are just gonna... I guess we can Lisette now. Can we Lisette now? Lisette's like good. I could also Combat Professor Valentine. Like, is Lisette... How are we gaining life exactly? Like, stuff's dying, but then if our stuff dies, we're not actually putting counters on anything? I think I'm just going to try and empty my hand, and if we draw spells, it's good, and if we draw lands, we can Harness Infinity eventually. Like, I'm actively trying to trade off as much stuff as I can here. Like, that's a nice thing about Harness Infinity, is like, once you know you have it, even in your deck, but especially in your hand, you can kind of do stuff with it. Assuming our opponent doesn't have, like, a really timely Humiliate. That would be bad. Wouldn't want to see that. Start getting our chip in. Lots of nice incidental life gain off of all this. Yeah, Zapgaze, that is it. We just hope they don't have Humiliate, hope they don't have Go Blank, hope that, for God's sake, they don't have Agonizing Remorse or Duress. A lot of discard in this set. Mostly unplayable, and I would trust Middle Mario to know that, but... Exhilarating Elocution. Powerful spell, no doubt. But I am ready to block. We double blocking Killian here. Do I just trade with the pest? I think we double block Killian here. Let's just get stuff off the board. Don't mind if I do. Oh, we need to block this thing too, right? Let's have some crazy trick. They might have one crazy trick, but they can either save Killian or this pest. Can't save both. Opponent has chosen no. Blex got exiled. Blex got exiled. You monster. You monster.
We need to become Aaron Gertler tonight, chat. That's
okay, we drew Mage Duel. Mage Duel's pretty cool. So we just get to go Leon and Light Scribe. Mage Duel wipes out Killian because of Magecraft, very convenient. And then we are up against one Silver Quill Pledge Mage. So we do you. It's going to be a 3-4, and then it'll be a 4-6, so this works. Can't double it with Valentine, sadly, but I think we'll live. Just gotta get Killian off the board. Killian makes every learn card so freaking dangerous. Oh, Zapcase, you would take Pledge Mage over the Killian? I don't know, I have a Combat Professor. I don't need to like draw a bunch of consecutive instant sorceries, and I also have I'm also just gaining so much life here, Zapcase, I don't know. And like, yeah, I feel pretty reasonable about all this. But it's not a bad point, not a bad point. So what do I need? I need lands and some combination of forests and swamps. If they attack with Pledge Mage here, I will gladly double block. Not attacking is just so awkward for them when I have Valentine just chipping away, especially with Combat Professor just boosting him, just gaining 2 life a turn. 1/1 Menace Lifelink is a great stat line. We're like holding up pretty well for having like drawn 4 natural lands so far. Alright. Opponent's down to trade for 2 rares. I am into it. Let's go. They do have a campus. Not entirely sure this is right with Leon and Light Scribe. Like, Leon and Light Scribe can do some crazy stuff for my team, but I just like the idea of being at 17, reducing our opponent to having nothing, and being 1 turn away from just winning the game. Well, I guess we are 1 black source away from winning a game, but in addition to black sources, our deck contains many learn cards, all of which can get fractal summoning. We've got Rise of Extus, which is a very good learn card. Just gotta hope we don't get a blot out the Skied. That would be what I'd prefer to avoid. Graveyard currently has 7 cards in it. No, that's going to make it so... My Harness Infinity needs to get more value than that. Come on. Introduction of Prophecy. Alright, Moldering Karok for non-black sources. It's a pretty good draw. Spiteful Squad, sure. Closing Statement, nice. So, like, Metal Mario is probably very frustrated with how good our top decks are here, but every swamp is a ridiculous top deck, and we have many swamps. Mavinda, okay. That's a powerful magic card. Good mythic, good mythic. I don't even remember what I have access to off of this, but let's find out. I think we're just going to get... Probably just... We have Reduced to Memory. Can't cast it, though. Expanded Anatomy, probably. Oh, Introduction to Prophecy can set up a black source for me? Is that better? What's in this graveyard? There's... Exhilarating Elocution... Expanded Anatomy, that's it. Study Break can also work if they target the ruined creature, I guess. I think I just get Prophecy over Anatomy. I just really want to cast this Harness Infinity, folks. Really looking to do that. Let's find a black source. Okay, you know, I'll take these two. This is fine. We'll figure something out. I'm a patient man, Chad. I can wait. Ooh, that's pretty good with Mavinda. Oh no! Don't kill my Moldering Karok. Don't draw me a card. Don't do that. Alright, Giant Mavinda hitting me is a reasonable thing to do. Let's hope they have protection for her. No, they don't. Okay, well. And I guess in case there's another Mavinda, I'm going to take Exhilarating Elocution. Why not? And they have Introduction to Annihilation. They'll start taking Fractal Summonings at this point, whatever. We're ahead on life, chat. We're ahead on life. They got to like 44 or something pretty briefly, but we're coming back. Limited is so sick, everybody. Limited is so sick. The numbers are just so big and limited right now. Hey! There we go. That's the stuff. Although we do need to cast all these spells before we cast Harness Infinity, which is kind of Monka. Which one do I even cast now? Probably Fractal Summoning, because there's no good creatures out right now. Here. Pretty sure we can beat a Go Blank at this point. Okay, so I'm pretty sure we just harness Infinity like now. I've spent a long time not harnessing Infinity. I would like to harness Infinity. I would like to leave up a black. I can't leave up a black. Well, that's too bad. We're gonna like have to discard hand size a bit here, but I think it'll be okay. Oh yeah, right. It's an instant. I literally even forgot it was an instant. I just wanted to do it, chat. I'm just... You know me, chat. Sometimes I have a hard time resisting my impulses. Yeah, it's punt worthy. You can punt me for, like, not remembering what my card does. Go ahead and do it, Mistastic. Alright, we got there. The bigger R's, sometimes I just say things. Chopu. Fine, I'm gonna add, I should add the same command that Sam has, chat, so I'm just gonna take a break to do that real quick. We're just gonna add exactly Sam's command, which will have a different meaning on my stream, but it's good for me to remember this. There we go. Is that the correct text? Oh, we also had some a follower during that game. Thank you so much, Magical Platypi. I hope you're still here. Thanks for following the stream. Being the first follow of the night. Appreciate it. Perfect. All right. So this isn't... Not sure how we should use that one. Probably, I think either for like really big punts, where punt end that is appropriate, or for damn, this avatar looks great. Wow. Huh. That is 2 copies of the magic card Plains in my Demigoth Woe Eater hand. Got a Light Scribe. Oh, we should play out the prediction, right? I didn't even pay out the first one, let alone the second one. We're gonna make a... Yes, we've won all the games. Congratulations, folks. New prediction goes up. Our opening hand is pretty sketch, so we'll see what people think of this. Oh, we did draw a swamp. Swamps are helpful. I should have not played the plains first. It isn't going to matter really, but... Aww. Well, that's sweet, Clarm. I like that idea. Honor Troll. Cool. Alright, well... Yeah, this might... I still think this was a keep. We have so many copies of Environmental Sciences, I just need to go get one. Need to draw any of my 3 copies of whatever that card is. But we could die to an Honor Troll pretty fast. Oh, we have this combo too. With this combo, I'm not supposed to mull, right? Just need to draw stuff. It is super weird the cards get exiled one at a time very slowly. That seems like it shouldn't be the case. So they're going to go Bear Professor now, Mage Hunter. About as bad. About as bad. Forest? Okay, Hunt for Specimens certainly plays. Gonna take a little bit of chip, but it can live. 1 Environmental Sciences, please. Okay, so our opponent's 1 card versus many pests. Many pests. As long as they don't have removal. They don't have removal. Great. Who eliminates pool for later? Hey, Patrick! 10-month subscriber. Thanks so much, Quandrix for life. I believe it, man. I believe it. Quandrix is great. Really good guild. Please don't draw removal for this Woe Eater. Please don't do it. Please. I mean, Mage Duel, they'd have to trade this Pledge Mage. So it have to be, like, specifically Onslaught, pretty much. If they trade the Pledge Mage, I can, like, kill their Honor Troll. Yay! Yay, we did it. Whoops. Alright, well, that's my punt. Unfortunately, I should, here. I lost a pest for no reason. No, I didn't lose a pest for no reason. I was gonna have to... The sack ability was going in the stack anyway. I don't think it's actually... It's not a punt, right? If I sack Woe Eater, the abilities goes on the stack no matter what, and we were gonna have to lose a... Yeah. Appreciate it, Mistastic. Good response time. Good reflexes. Anyway, sack you. And this is fun, because now I can attack with Woe Eater and see if my opponent fears some kind of trick. In fact, there are a lot of... They don't really have good blocks here. I can just kill 2 of their creatures and then kill the 3rd one because I have 2 instant speed removal spells now because this deck is ridiculous. Oh, was it Narcosis? I have no idea. Yeah, safest move is definitely not to block if you're confused by what's happening. And now I can just chill. And then we have Defend the Campus plus 10 the Pests combo. Abzan is Quandrix. No. I'm sure Patrick is just teasing me about, you know, repping the superior guild or whatever. Oh, Moldering Karok. Cute. Well, this is about to go badly in ways our opponent probably wasn't envisioning. Oh, wait, we should have draw-stepped this. Chat, we could have draw-stepped this. Alright, that's a pun. Is it a pun? I don't know. So the benefit of draw-stepping is we could have made them discard the card they just drew at instant speed. But this lets us ambush them. This lets us ambush them in combat in a way we wouldn't be able to do otherwise. So it's tricky. Anyway, let's kill all their stuff. You. Good turn. It's completely unknowable, Necrocissa. Yeah, punt for not considering the options. Oh, look at that. Right on time. Right on time, Harness Infinity. Just about on time, at least. Did they even play this Plains? Do I get anything out of playing this Plains? It just means if they draw Go Blank, I lose Harness Infinity for sure. I think I'm just chilling. How likely is they draw Go Blank versus having this land drop matters for some reason. I guess I'm going to cast Harness. I'm going to lose the land anyway, so I should probably just play it. Deathsy says 0%. Hello, Deathsy. I see that Mr. No Fear has arrived in chat. Oh yeah, we do have Letter to Guard. That's right, we have Letter to Guard from Go Blank. That makes a lot of sense. Seriously? Alright, whatever. We had Environmental Sciences for this too, we just can't draw a Forest. Okay. We don't block now, we're just gonna have to block later. We might as well block now. There is probably a trick of some kind, but whatever. Sure. So we got an eliminate, we gained some life. It's all good. We had a tier from Strixdraft. I mean, 17lands.com is the site with by far the most data on drafting that you're going to find. If you're asking about resources for... Okay, that one's pretty good. I'm just probably doing their upkeep in case they have 10 the pests. But 17lands.com, and if you're just looking for general drafting advice, Sam Black's Drafting Archetypes podcast is great. Sheesh! Where's my forests? I want forests. Give me forests. No, opponent's getting value. I hate value. Value's the worst. Alright. Eliminate your butt. Got no time for that. Okay, well. It's fine, it's fine. We'll just get... So once again, we can get like a big fractal summoning, or I can just take this Introduction to Prophecy and try to get Harness Infinity going. Yeah. Definitely not a patient man anymore, chat. There we go. Bird Professor. So we're just gonna have to discard Bird Professor if we draw it. So I'm just gonna do this. And now we're chilling. Yeah, Pro Donut. I want to draft that one too. It's very, 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 very good. Ooh, nice tricks. Taste it. Many bad things are happening on our opponent's turns here. Ooh, Village Rites. Oh, but I can't use it because we're just going to draw cards we have to discard. This is so bad, chat. Just being punished for correct deck building. Okay, we can do this on the opponent's turn. We got to remember to do it on the opponent's turn. I guess in that case we can Village Rites and see if we draw a land at least. Sure, I really do want to draw. I do want to draw lands, so I can play more spells next turn after we Harness Infinity. Yay, drew a land. We could also write some Harness in response, but then we have to discard a hand size, which is sad. There we go. I kind of like this deck, chat. Ooh, we can even Emerald Juke. Look at this. Boop. Inkling. Yeah, for people who are saying Harness Infinity seemed like a meme, it's just a good card. You should just take it. It's a very good card. Okay, they're done. Whee! Prediction. Still on 15% no's, huh? Alright, well. Alright, new prediction. Will this deck get 7 wins? There we go. Are you all believers? Took me one mistake, and then I learned to play it correctly. If you just don't make every mistake exactly once, you'll be good at this game. That's the key. Pack a lunch, I do viewer tech text. That's an option in the channel points box that I'm testing. I might find it like a little bit too disruptive to like how I handle my stream. I'm not really used to doing that kind of thing yet, but I'm giving it a try. So if you have the points, fire away, and we'll do it after the next game. Thanks, Pro Donut. Your sacrifice is appreciated. Not yet, Sandriva. No losses yet. One thing I've been meaning to do, which I haven't done yet because I think it's like I'm like just copying deaths here or whatever, but I kind of like the idea of like naming decks. Like, I want to name this deck. I've definitely drafted decks I don't feel like naming. Do want to name this one. Honestly, just in terms of like how freaking clean it was from exactly 6 lands to get exactly 3 creatures killed in the most efficient possible way by double blocking. I'm not sure I'm going to have a better turn in this format than the turn that we had the Demagoth Woe Eater Battle Defend the Campus play. That was a good one. Well, I know I can Deathsea because you're a kind soul and you would never copyright that sort of thing, but I should just do it. Yes, the sequencing here is, yeah, we just go Campus into Snarl. Obviously a great hand. Leon Light Scribe has just died immediately every time it's come out, but that's kind of its job anyway. Maybe we'll have a sweet Leon Light Scribe deck at some game at some point. Good to know, Deathsea. Inflamed, it was like my 40th card. This is the first time I'm actually playing in a deck. I'm not sure it's correct. It has been fine so far. It's gotten 2 cards out of my opponents regularly, which is not a bad number of cards to get. I think this turn is just Letter of Acceptance. Is it? We can attack for 3. Yeah, we might just draw, like, I don't know, some pests or something. Arch. I don't think you want to Rise of Exodus. This card scares me. Okay, well, opponent has given me what's probably a pretty easy Light Scribe attack. Guessing this one's not getting blocked. Wow! No fear, opponent. Just to offer up that premium common to block some damage, you know? That's cool. I dig it. Now we're going to go blank because, like, not doing anything on your turn is just not what I'm about. But fortunately, we're not an aggro deck, so this card doesn't just bury us in the ground. We'll eventually try to win with Harness Infinity. Okay, so we got a land. I hear that Quandrix likes to have lands in play. We got a Leyline Invocation. Professor of Bear. Professor of Bear is here. That is fine. Goodbye, Professor of Bear. Could have hit the Arch. Don't really care about the Arch very much. Let's just take out the 4/3. And what are we grabbing off this Learn? Fractal Summoning, Pest Summoning. With Light Scribe, I'm always tempted to get Pest Summoning. Probably Pest Summoning. Certainly, like, not a lot to win this game. Quandrix, they can come up with some spooky stuff at high mana costs, but at least they won't be playing Leyline Invocation later. Good job, go blank. Also, eliminate turning on Light Scribe at instant speed could be pretty cool. You're going to want to see if we can catch this Arch with the Lure and Mana down if we eliminate something. They are not a joke, Econometric Rogues, and Historic seems like a very powerful, efficient deck. Would recommend putting Ox of Agonis into your red sideboards. Okay, so probably just playing the Swamp this turn. I'm about ready to crack Letter of Acceptance to go get better stuff. Oh wait, that's silly, because I was trying to hold up Eliminate and Letter, but obviously Letter takes 2 mana and I have to tap the Letter, so I just miscounted my mana, so that's a punt for me. Yeah, Mestastic, barring weird stuff like 10 to the Pests is also an instant speed token generator. Alright, that was just basic sequencing. Basic sequencing 101. So they didn't play anything last turn. Does that mean they're going to learn now? Nope, very patient. Very patient. Nah, Clarm Darnell, it was very obvious that when people started playing stuff like Mizzix's Mastery or Time Warp or whatever, that you're just going to get eaten by rogues. And then eventually somebody will come up with like a good mid-range deck that eats rogues. Holding up Counterspell. That's possible, I guess. I guess that's true. But I don't really want to cast Eliminate on their 2-1, Jofu. Why would I want to cast Eliminate on their 2-1? I have a Pest Summoning. I would prefer to eliminate their 2-2 by blocking with a Pest. And yes, this means I have fewer bodies for Light Scribe, but this is not going to be like a Light Scribe aggro win. Our opponent has Overgrown Arch. Quandrix Command? Quandrix Command, alright, I read that. That attack was interesting. Now I probably eliminate this thing. You know, my opponent having a 4-3 that seems kind of annoying. This card's pretty good. Alright, I'm glad I saw the read there. I definitely was thinking it before they cast it. Hunt for Specimens is great. Love that one. And now I think we just grab... I might just grab 10 the Pests again, honestly. Oh, I don't have 10 the Pests anymore. What am I talking about? Fractal Summoning? Fractal Summoning could be a 4-4 if I played my lands correctly. Brutal. There's also Expanded Anatomy. I could pump the Light Scribe and to start beating down with that. Perks alert! Hey, Austin! Are you 2 or 1 right now? Also, glad to hear you're enjoying the format, presumably. What should I get on my sideboard here, Austin? You know better than I. Hello. I'll just pick up Fractal Summoning. Let's make another creature here. Rank 1. Well, congrats, Austin.
To become Aaron Gertler tonight, chat. That's the goal.
Ah, okay. Okay. Well, here I am being so interested in hearing about how everyone's doing. We could have waited and made like a much bigger Fractal the next turn, which I guess might have been fine, but whatever. Yeah, Preordain was also pretty reasonable there. Just like, we have a lot of really broken cards in our deck. I should maybe be trying hard to go get those. I'm so mad this isn't a 4-4. It'd be so much better as a 4-4. Gotta be better than this if we're gonna catch Austin. Or something. Definitely not Scry and Upkeep, by the way. We have a Letter we can crack, and plenty of expensive spells we could draw. Plains! Alright. Now we are more inclined to... I think I'm just gonna... I only have 2 white sources. I only have 2 green sources. We have many more green sources than Harness Infinities. Shouldn't have played this land before cracking, I guess, but whatever. See if we can go get Rise of Extus. I like that card. We unfortunately can't really use it for anything. So I think I'm just going to attack with my creatures that are big enough to attack. I mean, I may as well attack with everything. Wait for our opponent to do something I have to care about. Go for it, Austin. Format's great. Really feels like it rewards like just good fundamentals because there's so many instants and sorceries. And like more constructed fundamentals than limited fundamentals, I guess, like lining up your threats and answers correctly. I don't know what I'm saying, but anyway, I think you'll enjoy it. I mean, you do enjoy it. Now I really don't know what I'm saying. Come catch me. There we go. Nope. Defend the campus. Alright, and I'll use that to punch through the arch, I guess. Hopefully we get a big Fractal Summoning that I can kill it. What's up, Mistastic? I mean, I need 3rd green for Harness Infinity. I only have 1 copy of Harness Infinity. And I like... I only have 1 of them, chat. Be patient. Yeah, it does suck, decklist, but we gotta make him do it, right? Like, now I'm just kind of beating down. I want to make them sack this, go get Fractal Summoning, and then, fine. Alright, opponent's really reluctant to do this, whatever. We're being mocked, we're being mocked! Alright. So patient. Alright, just get your 8th land, play Bookworm, and I'll kill it, and we can get on with our lives. Thank you. Closing statement's not bad either, but I do want to exile this worm. Could almost do both of the things. Can't quite. Okay, I'm going to get Fractal Summoning here, I think, because Fractal Summoning is going to be very large. We have plenty of other cool spells or whatever to go get. Getting closer to infinity, yeah. I think as soon as you're discarding a hand size, it counts as infinity. And we are definitely going to be discarding a hand size. Cool. Nice. Deckless Zero. Yeah, I am absolutely ready to encounter Mr. Beast in combat. It's happening. Oh, okay, they don't have a Fractal Summoning. Imagine a Quandrix deck without a Fractal Summoning. It's like a morning without orange juice. I do like that our deck just has so much freaking removal that I'm like honestly not that worried about whatever the hell they think they're going to pull out. And go for it, Cultivate. Well, you got another Bookworm? I'll kill that one too. Yeah, it does have 47 seconds. A lot of people are locked out of it. Oh, a Needlethorn Drake. Nice. Nice. Alright, well that seems like a good place to go. Yeah, let's start there. Now I'm going to get Introduction to Prophecy for sure, right? Yeah, we're running out of actual stuff to do. Let's get Introduction to Prophecy. See if we can just get like Forest plus stuff. There we go. There it is. This Combat Professor is actually really good right now. It just attacks for 3 every turn. So I am going to take it. It's fine. Our opponent has no discard for once, so it's going to be fine. Yeah, actually they do have a flyer and it's Needlethorn Drake, so I'm very happy to trade from Needlethorn Drake if it comes to that. Yeah, you want to send the creatures in while they're big. They're only going to get worse on this board, especially once they untap with Amplemancer. Like, would be super happy to trade this for a Quandrix Cultivator now. Deal. Alright, let my opponent hit me with the Amplemancer once if they want to. Oh, this is 5 mana and they only have this much mana? That's fine. Cardboard Nomad, we can try. We don't have a lot of lands. It's going to be tough. We can try. Deckless Zero, when you say horrendous, what do you mean by horrendous? Like, horrendously broken and limited? Maybe. It might be horrendously broken and limited. Okay, so we're just going to go Bird, Professor, and then end step, closing statement. Nothing really to do here pump-wise. What are we going to closing statement? We hit the... It's got to be the Symmetrist. Symmetrist makes the Amplemancer dangerous without the... It's not. Counter on the Professor. Cool. Decklist, I don't know how much of the draft you've seen, but we've won multiple games with Hardest Infinity. And won them very easily. Opponent's going to hit me for 8. Say no to that. What do you mean a 7 mana? Do nothing! It's a 7 mana, it's going to draw 13 cards. You just win the game immediately. Our deck is slow and dirtily. I very much like the idea of winning the game immediately. I don't know about you. The setup is literally playing Magic. That's a great way to put it. Seriously, folks. You know, I know y'all have high standards, and I know y'all want me to, like, have all great cards in my deck all the time, but... Like, chill out. Chillax. I'm swing with Light Scribe here. I actually kind of like this. Probably do count. They just block with these two. Let's go Professor here. Leave Light Scribe around, make our opponent feel worse about attacks. Yeah, so now we can start scrying, looking for those delicious green sources. And Zapgaze Deckless Zero is a devoted fan of the stream. Be nice. Like, he's not trying to challenge or anything. Alright, see if they just drew Barian books or something. That's alright, Zapgaze. I appreciate you
That's the goal.
Boldly coming to my defense. Alright, opponent I guess drew land is just really wants to make sure this light scribe is very dead. We've all been there. Yeah, it turns out that this card's much better when all your creatures are amazing. You want to protect them. Hey! Always right there when you need it. A wizard something 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 something, as they say. So, we are now at triple green, triple black, white, 15 cards in the graveyard. So, we could just play it and... yeah, they're tapped out and they could have counterspells. I'm going to cast this now. And just take all of this, thanks. It's funny how many cards get to be in your graveyard because this format just pulling all of the things out of your sideboard all the time. Now what? Probably Pest Summoning is our best follow-up from that. Everyone always says the same thing, chat. What's that about? Pest Summoning. There we go. Fire Owl, sometimes they just run out of appropriate opponents to match you with. And Fractal Summoning, oh, we have to discard 7? Unlucky. This one. This one actually defends us from a counterspell, which is nice. This one, probably Village Rites is not going to be super necessary. This one's kind of slow. I guess I don't have much left in my sideboard to go get. Let's just discard the Lurin cards. Whatever. Oh yeah, Fire Owl. No, their algorithm's not perfect. There are only so many people playing at any given time. It's pretty reasonable that they don't want people waiting for 5 minutes. I feel like it's nice for people to, you know, go up against. It would be great if you're matched with people of around your skill level every time. There's something to be learned from playing against players who might be a bit more experienced or whatever. I guess I might as well go blank first, huh? You know, having just discarded 2 Hunt for Specimens, I think I'm going to take a Hunt for Specimens here. Is Sealed Math? That would be sad. Harvest Infinity. Confirmed. Good card. Yeah, I will say Zapgaze is generally right about that. That's like good advice. If you see a player who seems to be doing well, playing something and it confuses you, the best way to ask the question is usually not like, isn't this card terrible? Or isn't that card great? But like they didn't take it or whatever. But like, why didn't you take that? Or like, why are you playing this card? What does it do for you? Just having those open-ended questions is a great way to learn. Yeah, also people being blat, yeah, doesn't mean much. Some people just don't play as much as... I keep using the word degenerates for this, but as degenerates like me, I will keep this. I think we're just on turn 1 Valentine again. I've just like been enjoying turn 1 Valentine. I'd be curious to see how often this card versus Lisette is actually cast, and how often people are like casting this when they should just be casting Lisette. Fire Owl and Constructed, I have no idea. I haven't really been playing Constructed this month. Honestly, pretty down to Village. Are they going to Swords to Plowshares my Valentine? Oh, okay. Yeah. I am down to counter your draw card. Nice. Well, that was a pretty good turn 1. Or turn 2, I guess, for me. Turn 1 for the opponent. Get 'em. Get 'em has been called. And yeah, we can let it go now. Oof! Alright, well that's pretty frickin' good. We might die. Especially if we never hit any white mana. I think I'm on 2 planes right now? I think I'm on 2 planes right now. Yeah, I'm definitely on 2 planes right now. That may not be enough planes. Oh, we get a closing statement now? Sick. Alright, we are definitely at a closing statement now. Just going to try our very best to not let our opponent have creatures for any extended length of time here until we can get our feet under us in this game. Yeah, I definitely lost really hard to Regiment last time I cast it. It's very brutal. See if our opponent has their own village rights here. They might. They were pausing with black mana up. Professor's Warning. Oof. Alright. Well, got a card there. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Ah! Ah! Stop! No! Yeah. Alright, that's alright, chat. That's alright. They're just setting up our Harness Infinity. They took the bird? But now any creature I draw just has Death Touch and I kill your thing. Unless they have sick... Alright, well that's kind of a... That's kind of a Monka way for this to go. Alright, that's actually better. That's actually better. Here. Eat this for a second, why don't ya? Now, they probably have removal. They probably just have removal. This is probably going to die to Mage Hunter's Onslaught or whatever, but... Okay, maybe not. Oh, they're going to go get expanded... No! Okay, I mean... Whatever. They spend their entire turn... It's fine. We have 10 the Pest infused with Vitality. We're going to be okay. Like, we're not necessarily going to be okay. We probably need to draw Harness Infinity pretty fast, but we're holding out. Go blank. All right. Well, I think we got to use this while it still does something. I don't even know what we hit. Probably land. I guess it was a land. Yeah, this is tough. This is tough. Sparring Regiment's going to be a really hard one to beat. We have a lot of removal. We probably don't have as many removals. As much removal as our opponent has creatures. They're already pumping up the Pest. Seems appropriate. Yep, this is what it looks like when a deck like ours loses a game. Opponents just had an absolutely absurd, busted bananas start. Which, good for them. Good for them. We deserve to get kind of smashed by something like that. Yeah, like, use the Professor's Warning to absolute perfection there. Okay, Eliminate's nice. Alright, we're, holding on for dear life, I guess. Good luck, Jolly Flying Man. Timing this is going to be interesting. We really want them to burn as many counters as possible on creatures I can kill later, but we just can't let our life total get too low. Jolly Flying Man, our opponent is just playing Silver Quill. That is what Silver Quill is. Alright, so if they have some kind of removal spell to kill my Pest in response to this, I can at least kill their 7/6. Yeah, Regiment and Quill. I mean, Regiment and Quill are two of the 5 best rares, I think. There are certainly mythics that I think are more powerful than those two cards, like Blot Out the Sky is pretty bonkers, for example. Oof. Alright, well, that is a card that will do something later. I mean, they're going to have more 4-power creatures. Yeah, the 5-mana colorless lesson's actually kind of nice for, like... I've only ever had counter my bombs. I never really know my opponent's bombs, like, crazy, like, enchantment bombs with it, but it's great that that, like... is a functionality that exists in this set. I don't know why I scryed there. Hunt for Specimens is absolutely perfect. That's like the perfect draw. Just fantastic. I think we make this block here. Our opponent's eventually going to start playing more creatures, and it's not going to be great, but... is what it is. Alright, so now we get to go hunt. Grab Envirosciences, because we do need to get white mana. And then we still have the plausible out of getting to Harness Infinity. There's a world where I take Introduction to Prophecy and then hope to hit Harness Infinity off of that, but I think we I think this is the best thing. Okay. We can survive a couple more attack steps, which is really what it's all about. Alright, well. It is what it is. I think I'm just killing the apprentice here. We're just going to start splitting up their counters. So opponent, well, yeah, opponent just kind of had everything today. Alright, we are no longer in a place where Harness Infinity can save us. That is the third Humiliate. Yeah, our opponent's got the, honestly, this Silverquill deck looks extremely clean. Mostly because of the Humiliates. Our cards being good doesn't matter if we can't cast them in. We can't win at this point, I'm nearly certain. I mean, I'll play it out for one more turn. We could, like, get removal and removal, maybe? Our opponent's very good at having the right answers to my stuff. They made plays that made sense. I'll give them that. Hunt for Specimens, okay, is going to find... So, Pest Summoning stalls. I feel like it's got to be Prophecy here. I just, like, need to find Harness Infinity. That's my way of winning. Like, continuing to block with Pests just doesn't seem like the thing to do. Leave up all this mana. Yeah, I'm out. I have both my black-green spells are gone already, so we're just going to cast this. Rise of Extus has got to be good enough. I don't think Combat Professor is. Rise of Extus might be. If they draw land now, we get to go to 1. I definitely like the off-color campus from their archetype if they're not playing any red, like the off-color. I definitely want at least 2 campuses, especially in my aggro decks that don't have that easily run out of stuff to do. They top something. Alright, so if it's any combat trick, we are going to die. There, but I'm going to try and go to 1. Didn't die, nice. They kept something.
We need to become Aaron Girdler tonight, chat. That's the goal.
I don't know if we're actually going to have time to cast Harness Infinity. Do they have instant speed discard? They're holding something up. That was weird. We're never allowed to get hit by a creature ever again, so we might as well take the one that does more things. And Pest Summoning. Alright, they found removal. Makes sense. Alright, let's see what they're getting off of this. Alright, we found the secret to Silverquill. That's alright. Our deck is cool and sweet and will beat a lot of things, but there are a lot of things it's not going to beat. Alright, well, at least we didn't go back to 4 off of that. I admire the rank 1 person for being good enough to face games like that and still hit rank 1. We'll see if we can be good enough to do the same. I mean, people pass Humiliate. I see Humiliate Wheel all the time. People don't know about Humiliate yet. If you are a Silverquill player, take advantage. What really got us was the Professor's Warning. It wasn't even so much the Humiliates. It was the Professor's Warning that just stopped us from actually killing their creature and forced us to take like an additional 12 damage or something. The bigger arse, I think the best college is Quandrix if it's open. The college I enjoy drafting the most is Witherbloom because it's my style, and I think it's open a lot more often than Quandrix is. Yep. Classic Hunt for Specimens keep. Cam-wise, Mage Hunter is it's a strong 4-drop. Whether I play it or not sort of just depends on like what else I have going on in my deck at the time, but...
We need to become Aaron Girdler tonight.
I think that card's pretty good.
That's the goal.
Alright, so we don't actually have to get Environmental Sciences this time, which is fun. Do I get Prophecy or do I get Pest Summoning? I think I just get Pest Summoning. There's a part of me that always just wants to get this and turbo out. Harness Infinity every time, but Pest Summoning is great for survivability. It's also good against an unwilling ingredient. Alright. Great, so opponent wants to play a super grindy Witherbloom Mirror. I feel like our deck is well positioned to do the super grindy Witherbloom Mirror thing. This may actually be a game where Lisette could do something if we draw Lisette and some more green sources. Pelasaurus, I don't know. Pretty much never in like Silverquill Lore Hold, but if I'm ever playing, I would say not enough. My answer to that question is I don't think I've been doing enough of that. I guess that pause the end step means they're going to infer a closing statement, but whatever. Blood Researcher. Alright, so my hope here is that my opponent charges in with everything, and then I get to defend the campus, eat all of them, and then I get to eat the Blood Researcher afterwards. Feels like it's worth it to get rid of the 3 pests. There's a lot of stuff you can do with a bunch of pests. Uno, dos, tres. This is basically a 1-for-1. We traded with their hunt for specimens. And we just need them not to have Professor's Warning. Sick, no Professor's Warning. Love it. And ooh, Letter of Acceptance is great. We just do this into closing statement on the end step. And you don't even have to stop for it. Wonderful. Opponent's kind of running. Whoops. There we go. Yeah, Quandrix with a red splash is like the really easy, straightforward one, because you just have a bunch of giant Prismari spells. But like Abzan, just splashing to get like more good removal or something is reasonable. Mardu I think is better than I've been giving it credit for. I should probably be playing more Mardu. Yeah, pretty down to block this. They have some kind of crazy trick to save it, good for them. It's like another card they're using. Alright. So just a lot of my cards are 2-for-1s right now, so I'm like in a fairly comfortable spot. I now have all the mana I need for Harness Infinity, so I think I'm just going to crack this now, which of course means I shouldn't play the land, but whatever. Okay, so eventually we'll need to draw something where 21 life and our opponent has 1 power on the board, and I have a Death Touch thing if they cast an actual creature. So it's comfortable, it's comfortable. We don't have any scry. I don't know what you're talking about. This is not a campus. This is a snarl. It does Kevlar Man, and I love it. Really glad they're willing to do that kind of thing. All right, hunt for specimens, lovely. And fractal summoning's a 3/3. Yeah, I'm definitely into Prophecy here. Prophecy just like grabbing Rise of Extus or something is going to be so good. Or finding Harness Infinity or Blex. I'll take a Blex. This actually seems like a great. This is going to be a really good search for Blex game, I think. In fact. I feel like we actually get to cast the sorcery. Super down to block this ingredient. Yo-yo, you'd call that the Blex Flex, I guess? I would call the Blex Flex, certainly. Ooh, okay, that's strong. Huh. Alright, probably gonna hold off on that search for Blex for a second and just jam Woe Eater here. Yeah, I think we just go Woe Eater, keep hitting land drops. This card is pretty scary. Okay. Didn't even attack with the Poet. Fascinating. Okay, so we do have the option to infuse the Vitality of the Waiter to get back after sacking it, and I I going to want to do that? It's going to come back tapped. Actually, I think we just go ahead and... I think we just sack a pest here. They weren't able to attack through this last turn. Hopefully they won't be able to do it this turn either. And then we can just cast Search for Blex. Eliminate is fantastic. Such a good deck. I love this deck. Okay, so this holds up. Infuse with Vitality. Eliminate it does. Alright, let's go looking. Let's go searching for Blex. I will take some of these. I'll take this one. I'll take this one. I'll take this one. That was cool. I liked that. So Bottle Brush Dusty had a podcast once. I don't think he liked it. I would be happy to co-stream with Dusty at some point. That seems like it could be pretty fun. Ooh, opponent's going in. Opponent's going in with Lisette. We'll see. The pests are in. Alright, so... what am I doing exactly? I guess this is just tend the pests, then eat all their... do I tend the pests and eat all their pests? Maybe should have done this on upkeep, I don't know. Confusing? I guess actually no. I should just lean and Light Scribe the crap out of them next turn. I don't even care about these. No blocks. Yeah, I think we're just going to move with a Light Scribe combo here. Oh, I'm almost certain we can just lethal with Light Scribe, yeah. Alright, so you... I don't know if the mana was like right there. We did... Alright, let's do this then. That makes things easier. I think we leave like 2 pests back for safety. What's something they could find here that I would care about? I'll leave 2 pests back for safety. Our next turn is going to be about as good as that one was. So we could die to exponential growth. But yeah, since that didn't happen, looking pretty clean. Did we miss Lethal Luke? Did I have like, I could have cast Eliminate? Eliminate the thing. Oh, they had no blockers? Oh, I guess that probably was lethal. Oh well. You can hunt me for that if you'd like. I feel like this turn's probably going to be pretty lethal though. Silvery Mess? Well, I hope you come to the stream to see new things, because that's what we do here. I mean, we just lost our last game, Weed. I'm pretty happy we didn't drop rank last game, and not surprised to still be rank 3 here. And Kellerman, I can be loud when I want to be. Although I guess I would prefer if Detsy was quieter, and I could just stay at my current volume. Not that Detsy is too loud. I just don't like to shout. Oh, Infuse, Detsy. Infuse was, was that? Yeah, probably. Yeah, in that case, I kind of doubt it. I'm pretty happy to go to... If I go like 7-1 and go from 4 to 3, that's fair. Well, I take it back, Detsy. I see I was mistaken about you. So far our deck has done like 2 different things, and it's done them about the same amount of time. I guess it's done both in the same game sometimes. We've been Leon and Lightscribe pesting people, and we've been Harness Infinity-ing people. Good to have 2 strategies. We've had exactly 1 Blex and it was great, and we've had 1 Search for Blex and it was great. I think we're seeing a reasonable amount of Blex, although would not mind getting a sweet Blex aggro curve together here. double Bird Professor games. Also, we haven't had one of those yet. I think we're about to. Yeah, I've won 3'd a few times. I don't think I've managed to 0-3. But I've definitely come close.
We need to become Aaron Gertler tonight, chat. That's the goal.
Gold vein pick. Oh, hey, we got some follows and I've totally been missing people. Oh, let me catch up on those. So, Fabian R, Kid Koala, JP Synergy, Sephi, Coin and Cleavage, and Sublimated Snake. Great name, Sublimated Snake. Thank you all so much for following. Well, chat. You all know which side of this card we play. This is a Valentine stream. It's a Valentine stream. No, Valentine! Our Valen stream. Bird Professor looks pretty good on this board, though. No, the planes. That's fine. Oh, Deathsea. Yeah, that was me at first. At first, I'm like, I'm going to be the Quintorius drafter who drafts the great Quintorius decks. That card looks so cool. And then, it didn't work. Oh, Village Rights. Well, that's a really good one to have up. This deck is so good, chat. Why is this deck so unreasonably good? I mean, lots of rares, but why else? Besides that, can you explain why this deck is so unreasonably good? Ah, yeah. We got all the removal spells in their hand, and now it's Pillar Drop Warden time. Found a piece of candy. Okay. This is now a Menace Death Touch stream. Ouch. This card is secretly just the good one. This is the good card. No, Snarl. Curse you, Snarl. No fear, Deathsea. Wait, Deathsea, aren't you the, like, Archon of no fear? Isn't that your whole thing? Never being afraid? Alright, super down to take out Frost Trickster here. I think Valentine has pretty much done his work since our next removal spell is going to exile anyway. So now we just get to kill Frost Trickster. We get to make another Pest. Just absolute sicko plays here. Could block in Village Rights. Do I want to cast? I kind of want to cast Village Rights this turn. I kind of want to keep hitting land drops with Harness Infinity in hand, so let's go for it. Ignis. I got absolutely smashed by a Grinning Ignis deck the other day, chat. They just cast turn 4 Luca, and I had to spend 2 burn spells to clear it, and that was the game. Sad times. Alright, so I've got Harness Infinity. Does that tell me anything about what I want to go get? Probably just Fractal Summoning. Powerful stuff. I got. Sheep just drawn all these great cards. I'm just going to take the time to make a 6/6 here. Not going to play around. Did not come here to play around. Our opponent could be playing counter spells. We got to worry a little bit about this guy, but for once we just have all the green mana, which is great. It's an incredibly freeing feeling just to have all the green mana. Yeah, Deathsea, I think they just needed cards. Like, they were kind of dying at a reasonable pace. Okay, let's see what this is. Is it something better than Elemental Masterpiece? No, it was not. Chat, I can confirm it was not. So, what are we getting off of this? Let's find out. Could get another Fractal Summoning, could get Prophecy, could get Pests. We could get any of these. I don't know why I'm saying all the names of the cards. You can see them as well as I can. We just get Expanded Anatomy. Go for some Pumperino on the... Yeah, they're just like pumping this. Let's turn off their double blocks here. Wonderful. Opponent just thinking at some point they've got to run out of cards, right, chat? Wrong, chat. Wrong, chat. Not correct. Oh! Oh, they tapped out. Alright. They tapped out and they were a deck with... Okay, they don't have any counter spells, I guess. Sure. We drew Blex. Alright, fine. Blex. Get him. Get him, Blex. Go. Go, go, Gadget, Blex. Pow. All right, there. We played the birds and we played Blex. All the underrated all-stars got a chance to shine. Yeah, Mistastic, Blex does not hit crocodiles or frogs. Terrible. Crocodiles aren't exactly pests, unless you live in Florida, in which case I guess you could put them in that category. But it feels like you should pump frogs. Frogs were literally like a plague, literally a biblical plague. I feel like that's got to make them pests, just like locusts. Niagara says all the gamer girls live in Canada? Huh. That explains a lot, actually. Silver MS, yeah, I'll do another draft. Not sure if I'll finish it, but since I started a bit late tonight. But don't worry, there'll be a stream tomorrow as well. I'm not getting rid of the regular streams, it's just a bonus, because Tammy is on a hiking trip for her wilderness medicine class. So I am just chilling at home, nothing to do. I would say probably most Americans, at least most Americans who live anywhere near Canada and are the kinds of people who know the names of places, would recognize New Brunswick. I'll send that. I'm going to send that to her, Ms. Tastic. That's a good one. Yeah, actually, Tammy is just doing environmental science right now. No! Hunt for specimens with no black source. I think I actually have to mull this. There's like slightly too much risk that this hand just does nothing because all my learn cards are black. Alright, well, we have the letter of acceptance, so I can keep this. It's acceptable. Hunt for specimens village rights also loads you up back on cards real good. I think we had a dump bird professor, which breaks my heart, but I think I want the removal and the card draw a bit more. Okay, we got one more turn before I'm really going to start sweating bullets. Having lots of removal is helpful. But yeah, I don't understand how anyone 7-0s, chat. I feel like this is every sweet draft I have, I just end up 7-2ing because there'll be one game where my opponent has just some absurd collection of bombs that no one could ever beat, and there'll be one game where I just like Molda 2 lands and die. Like every time without fail. Like, I don't mind it. I just feel like I don't think I've actually gotten a single 7-0 in this format. I've gotten a rank 3 without a single 7-0. I don't understand how people do it. Maybe everyone just plays 18 lands and that's the secret. Actually, this deck probably should play 18 lands. Why am I playing Go Blank instead of an 18th land? There's a question. I could get Defend the Campus for an 18th. Oh, Defend the Campus has been sweet. Letter of Acceptance could be an 18th land. Alright. No patience, chat. No patience for this. Lash is a good card. It's a solid removal spell of common. No! Oh well, got one more chance. I guess I could have put the 18th land in there since I was talking all big, but it really, like, that was kind of remarkable what happened, right? We had to have like 2 different hands that had like a 10 of the specimens and no black. I could actually, let me actually think about this. I mean, I'm certainly not patient enough for that Mestastic. That's not patience, that's just masochism. Alright, on the other hand, we actually have had some trouble casting Artist Infinity. I feel like 10 black sources is reasonable enough. I see a Clarnburn, I see. I have gone 7-1 a couple times. Have not had the coveted 7-0 yet. I've managed to have whole drafts where my opponents never had bombs, but I don't think I've ever had a draft where I didn't mulligan into Oblivion at least once when I made it like 8 or 9 games. Wily Bandar, that's a nice name. Good card. Good solid creature. Really annoying triggers, but good solid card. Alright. Sneep. Valentine. Alright, can't lose. Can't lose. Can't lose, chat. We're gonna gain extra life off of this card. It's gonna be real good with Umbral Jaduk, maybe. Maybe one of the combat professors should just be an 18th land. The combat professors have been nice, but they've never felt necessary. Like, that's just not the kind of thing our deck is trying to win with. Hey, Snarl is good too. Not great, but good. I don't know why we're letting me untap into Village Rights. I guess if I have Village Rights now, I'm not gonna discard hand size. But I'm really pondering whether to spend something to kill this. They should. They should. It's very, very important to kill. But, yeah. Now I'm just trying to figure out whether I play the Snarl. I think I just play the Snarl. Like, we could play Lightscribe. Our opponent really seems to be holding up removal, like, hardcore here. And, like, Lightscribe is more of a later game card. We're probably not going to win this game with aggro. Is that true, Mestastic? I mean, there's Academic Dispute and there's, like, the counter one, but most of them just read kill stuff. Defiant Strike, that's another card, yeah. I still can't believe we did that. There've been every single game besides the last one has had like something sweet to recommend at this draft, I think. We got double Sparring Regiment, we countered someone's Defiant Strike with the Village Rights on turn 2. Mavinda is here. Mavinda will be dying now. Just absolutely no interest in seeing that thing survive for a turn. Mythics for me, but not for the opponent. Okay, we kind of need that 4th land, but... Tome Shredder. Alright, Tome Shredder is officially keeping pace with Valentine. Huh. So I could sack Valentine now and try to hit a land drop. Or I could play Leonin Lightscribe and then try to bait a removal spell, and then Village Rights baiting the removal spell, and then hitting a land drop off of that. I think we do this play instead. If they kill Lightscribe, we can Village Rights it. If they attack, I can block and then Village Rights Valentine. That all seems reasonable. And then we're just trying to set up Void or Ten the Pests, and from there it should be Academic, hopefully. It's a Mardu deck. Nice. Works like a charm. I'm going to start growing the Tome Shredder here. No patience. No patience at all from our opponent. Okay, I think I had to start Combat Professing. Combat Professor just pumps Valentine, which is amazing, and the Voider combo, I'd rather, if possible, I would love to be able to wait until turn 6. I'm realizing I probably can't because I have 2 planes in hand, and this requires 5 black or green mana, but I think if they just kill this, I kind of lose a lot of power from my hand. Okay, well that would not have killed the Voider. I guess, woe is me. No! So broken! Chat, my vigilance! My vigilance betrayed me! I was too vigilant. Valentine! Ah, at least we gained a life. Well, that was horrifying. Okay. Bird Professor or Demagoth here? Okay, I'm now officially into Demagoth. Let's go. Not messing around anymore. Floridamon! Hey, thanks for the raid, friend! Welcome, Floridamon, folks. We, unfortunately got mana screwed back down to 4 after being rank 3 for a bit, but we're trying to fight our way back in with this pretty busted Witherbloomy deck. I mean, we have to upkeep it because it's going to die if we don't, so... This is the only way this actually works. Thanks, Floridamon. Yeah, I have really been having fun in the format as well. My little pest. Mage Duel. Okay, we can double spell next turn with that. That's cool. Bird. Put a bird on it. Ooh, Floridamon, are you a fellow like super grinder? I felt like I recognized your name. Oh, I see what you're doing, Mistastic. I thought you were saying punt for a second. I'm like, what punt? But put a bird on it. Exactly. Ah, yeah. Best of 3 is something else, man, but still obviously an absurd record. Congratulations. Very, very impressive. No! Alright, well. This is fine. Okay, I guess we just hit the Tome Shredder. Tome Shredder's only gonna get bigger. Yeah, alright. You... We can now exile their own spell to spite me. Alright. And we're just gonna get Fractal Summoning off of this. We could, like, try to do, like, the go get Harness Infinity thing, but realistically we should just make an enormous creature next turn. Yeah, alright, opponent's doing good stuff. Fortunately, we do have the infinite removal to handle them. Don't feel like letting Dustspeaker ever do anything, so we're just going to do this. Make it a little bigger than their elemental. Good size. Pow. Alright. If I probably would recognize your real name, Floridamon, if you're in the Grand Finals. If you went by Floridamon in the Grand Finals, then I don't remember you, and also that would be pretty baller. Chat, this has been a draft for the ages, chat. It's been a draft for the freaking ages. Delicious. Alright, we're gonna start small. Kill you, pump you. I could have gone for the double block blowout. I kind of felt like just like putting my opponent to 4 since I have a million pests and I'm at 26. If they just choose to block 2 pests, it's like a little less exciting. But hard to lose from here, I think. Whoa. Well, that's cool. Look, opponent has their own little Harness Infinity. It's the Boros version, which means it sucks. Because, yeah, I'm more and more commit. Lorehold just does not impress me at all in this set. That's you folks got several casts this draft. Don't be greedy. Alright, so I hope you all now understand that Harness Infinity is a bomb. Hopefully we all understand that now. Let's go in again. Oh, we should pay out some predictions here. Who believed? Who believed Many of you believed. Congratulations, believers. We did, in fact, trophy. Alright, let's see if we can start a draft-based prediction here. Okay, say the prediction, chat. The prediction is going to be, will we play in our next deck more than 5 rares plus mystical archive cards? In our last draft, we had Blex, Harness Infinity, Valentine, Eliminate Village Rites, and Leonin Light Scribe, so we would have gotten over that. Will we do it this time?
We need to become
Super Punched Out,
Aaron
thanks for the follow.
Chat. That's the goal.
Okay, this pack. Sadly, doesn't look like we get to be Witherbloom again. And look, an unplayable, rare, and mediocre Mystical Archive card. This looks like just a Kelpie Guide. Kelpie Guide is Quandrix, and I find Quandrix a bit boring, but it's very strong. I think it's pretty comparable to like the power level of Return to Past Color, but doesn't commit us to new colors, especially Lorehold colors. The only lesson here is Elemental Summoning, which is medium for lessons. Yeah, Zapgaze, I'm really curious to hear your thoughts here. Like, would you take something besides Kelpie Guide here? I can imagine a world where I like Mardu enough to like take Return Past Color, who would be Mardu or Jeskai or something. But yes, I'm going to take Kelpie. Hard to find open Quandrix, but Kelpie's just good in anything blue. Super Punched Out. Sometimes, I imagine that Arena tries to match me against the highest ranked players who are playing at that moment, but if they can't do that, oh wow. Oh wow, alright. Well, this is a rare I haven't had the chance to play with. It's looked quite powerful when I've seen it in play, which is once. And then the other side's also pretty good. Like, they took an uncommon, it looks like. There are uncommons I can imagine someone taking from this pack. Is it Cauldron? There's also, if I'm taking Cauldron, that sort of points me in the direction of being Witherbloom anyway. Is Witherbloom Puntress better than Cauldron? Witherbloom Puntress might be better than Cauldron. I'm gonna try Cauldron. It's sweet. It's sweet, that's pretty much my argument. It seems pretty strong. Rush Rebirth, on the other hand, not so good. I imagine that sometimes you can somehow make that card work. I don't love the idea of it. I think we just take Fractal Summoning here. Quandrix Pledge Mage is like pretty good, but I think good solid summoning early beats good solid common. Maybe it's Quandrix. Zapgaze, where are you at? You like Pledge Mage? The Quandrix one, yeah? Alright, I was pretty divided between these. I think I've been like overly underwhelmed by this or something, where I've like played it and it just gets killed and I'm disappointed, but like if your 3-drop gets killed, that's just magic, and sometimes it happens. Anyway, it looks like a bunch of good Lorehold cards here. So Lorehold looks super open, but we are in no position to take it, so I'm just going to keep passing it and hope that someone down the line picks up on it. Take Professor of Zoomancy. Yeah, Ardent Dust Speaker is just way too hard to pull off here. I guess you could actually, these are both like good Prismari cards, and we are one, Pestilent Cauldron away from being Prismari. I love the Bear Professor, and I love Witherbloom, so I'm like incredibly biased towards this card. This card also has amazing stats. But, like, you could do a Prismari type thing and take these. I just don't even know if this card is better than Bear Professor or this card. Zapgaze, you like Prismari here. Hmm. Oh, it's real tempting. Alright, I'm going to read the signs and try this. Okay, Thunderous Orator, Adventurous Impulse, Intro to Annihilation, Biomathematician. Had we taken Bear Professor, I think this would be Tend the Pests. Instead, we're going in a different direction. So I'm not as comfortable outside of Witherbloom. I wouldn't say I forced it or anything, I just have played it probably half my drafts or something like that. Maybe a little less. Okay. Impulse is just a nice card. It fits in the kind of teamery archetype. It could also send us back to being Witherbloom. Biomathematician, I think, is like... I don't know, this card just seems like kind of mediocre to me. I think I like Impulse more for Magecraft. Annihilation's also, like, this could be a good time for a first lesson, but I've liked Impulse a lot. It's, like, very abundant, whatever you call it, adjacent, that rare Mystical Archive card. It just, like, fits pretty well in everything. Okay, here we've got, Academic Dispute. I think it's an incredibly easy Academic Dispute. This card's just a super bomb. I don't know if we're red yet, but it's a super bomb. It just kills a creature and draws you a lesson. And it looks like we bugged out, but we do have the pick reserved. Yeah, I've just not been impressed by the sizing on Biomath. It's just been medium to mediocre. Super Punch Out, Big Play. I have never cast a copy of Big Play. I'm sure there's like I've definitely faced off against Quandrix aggro decks that just like played a bunch of big plays and ran me over. Well, I played against exactly one deck like that, and they had a like perfect curve. I imagine normally big play is not that exciting. Happy Doge Day, Pro Donut. Alright, so having taken Dispute, it looks like we're going in a more Prismari direction because there's still a Frost Trickster and a Strategic Planning in the pack. I think this is just Frost Trickster. Could be Spirit Summoning.
We need to become Aaron Girdler tonight, chat.
Like, you do want to get some summonings, but it feels like the summonings going this late means we're going to get more later. Trickster's really strong. Okay, and Creative Outburst, I guess. I just realized Kelpie Guide's actually quite a combo with Pestilent Cauldron. Anyway, I think we're supposed to take Creative Outburst here. Negate's also pretty good. Okay, so this is interesting. We got like 3 options. So we're kind of rampy, and I do not hate the idea of being Teamer here. Alright, Zapgaze likes the Pledge Mage. I was thinking about Pledge Mage versus Eureka Moment here. Those were like my 2 thoughts. Like, we're not actually green yet. We could just like be straight up Prismari. I just have not had good results with straight up Prismari, so I'm probably too reluctant for it. Too reluctant to do it. But we'll try Pledge Mage here. I was pretty close between those. Alright, Serpentine Curve. Yeah, this is fantastic. Maybe we'll even get that maybe we'll even get the Strategic Planning back, probably not. Here I'm definitely taking our first lesson. Elemental Masterpiece, cool. Alright, so we now have like our kind of big setup here for Prismari. These 2 cards. Let's see if we can pick up some cards that make those easier to cast. And yeah, Adventurous Impulse. Yeah, probably not gonna actually make it, but we'll see what we open here. I think if it hadn't had Zapgaze, especially if it hadn't been on stream, I would probably just like be doing like Kelpie Guide, Pestilent Cauldron things. Ooh. Okay, is Augmenter Pugilist enough to make us want to do anything? So, here's the question. Academic Dispute is better than Heated Debate. Academic Dispute is better than Heated Debate. It's a better card. But, do we think people might let us wheel the Academic Dispute? That's my question. I'm not actually going to take the double green aggro card. It's not my plan here. Do we think people will let us wheel this? Alright, this will be an interesting test. Some people know it's a good card is the problem. The question is, will the person who is playing red in this draft besides us, I think there's probably one other person playing red, I would guess. Will that person recognize that it's good, or will they see something else in that pack that they want? Good, Super Punched Out. Yeah, Zapgaze and I are playing some advanced level stuff here, where Zapgaze and I are both like routinely in the top 5 for this ladder, so we're just kind of... We might be skipping over some stuff as we chat, but if you're confused by anything, you're always feel free to ask a question. Shock is amazing. Believe Shock is better than Pop Quiz? Yeah, it's not too close, I think. It's just... Cheap spells are everything that Prismari wants. Cheap defensive spells early. Yes, you were punched out. The nice thing about modern limited sets is that it's very easy to get enough playables, so you can afford to kind of just take powerful cards early and see where you settle. Yeah, this is the best. I agree, CM Checks. Best Shock format in a long time. And now... I've never liked Snow Day that much, but I hear it's good. People seem to like it. And Pop Quiz is like pretty medium. We'll probably like wheel one of the ones we're seeing go around here. Jofu, I've occasionally played Make Your Mark in aggressive Silver Quilly lore holding decks, and it's been okay. It's like a replaceable combat trick in my experience. Right, we'll take our first Snow Day here. Okay, so Negate, Teach by Example, second Quandrix Pledge Mage. I think now that we've got Academic Dispute, Shock, Subtraction, Iteration, I'm definitely just going to grab the second Pledge Mage. I guess this is probably the best Negate limited format ever, if maybe not counting Cube, but... Let's take out another Pledge Mage here. Tear people up. Aw, congrats, Jolly Flying Man. Nice Mythic. And hey, Shoop. What's up? Alright, Environmental Sciences. We did it, chat. We did it. We picked the common that every deck needs one copy of. Also, I think we're not an Adventurous Simples deck or a Pestilent Cauldron deck at this point. First Strixhaven draft, Shoop. Welcome to a very complicated format. The drafting part doesn't see... Maybe the drafting part is not that complicated once you get used to some of the basic kind of... I was going to say the basic lessons of the format, which really is what the format's about, but... The playing part's pretty complicated. A lot of different cards. Okay, you have the Sealed Reps. That's nice. And welcome to the Addiction. Alright, looks like Easy Frost Trickster. Intro to Prophecy is a nice card to have access to, but Frost Trickster's a great one. I will say, Jolly Flying Man, that Culling Ritual has perhaps like the most surprising win rate of any card I've seen so far. Like, I was looking at the like list of, or not win rate, but like wins when you draw it versus having it in your deck but not drawing it, whatever that one is, that stat on 17 lands. It's like a bunch of bombs, and I saw Culling Ritual. I'm like, is that card that good? It really is, though. Oh, Shoop. Well, better that than the other way around, I guess. I think I'd take Prophecy over Subtraction. Really not sure there. Well, this Academic Dispute wheeled. Does that mean the next one's also going to wheel? I can just take Frost Trickster? Super Punch Out, very rarely. You're not playing against the other people who you're drafting with, and so there's not really a great incentive to do that, since there are probably, 100 or more people drafting at any given time. Alright, Trickster or second Dispute? I don't know. I'll take Trickster here. We have like a pretty thin lesson board, and I really think we're probably going to get the Dispute back, given that we got that one. Or maybe we just missed it. We might actually just missed it, and I'm an idiot. Alright, I should have taken the second Dispute there. That was bad. Oh, Zappius would have taken Trickster. Interesting. Yeah, I drafted one Prismari aggro deck, and it was hella awkward. Like, it just felt like whatever I was supposed to be doing, the deck wasn't doing it. Okay, so Teach by Example over Twin Scroll Shaman I would expect here. Yeah, we have a billion 3-drops. This deck does not need more 3-drops, since Sudden Breakthrough is not very good. Fuddler. Wow, alright, well, turns out Witherbloom was open. Or was it? Maybe it was just that one Blood Researcher. Yeah, this would be a very interesting FNM draft format, because people would just be like rare drafting unplayables left and right. Nice second Subtraction, that's good. Ooh! Well, that's a good rare in our colors. Good Dream Strix. It is another 3-drop, but whatever. It's a very good 3-drop. Oh, Cries and Witherbloom, though. Cries and Witherbloom. Witherbloom, I would just be... If I were in Witherbloom with like 20 playables at this point, I'd just be like, give me this pack, I'm done. But yeah, one thing to note about Prismari is that every freaking card costs 3 mana. An insight that I stole from Arilax, but had also begun to notice whenever I drafted a Prismari deck. Worth noting we have a lot of creatures here. This is not going to be like the world's best Serpentine curve deck. It'll still be a good Serpentine. Oh! Ho, 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 ho! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Alright, we did it, chat. We did it. Probably a top 5 rare in the format. Probably. I mean, its 17 land stats are incredible, and also just like, you can cast it for any cost you want. Also, this pack is, oh my god. They're like, yeah, there are just like many bombs in the pack, but multiple choice is the bombiest of the bombs. So we're going to take multiple choice. And now we come back down to Earth with a pack that is very little, but I'll take a Curate. Curate's pretty nice when you have a couple Pledge Mages you're pumping, and a Serpentine Curve to feed and all that stuff. We could have had like 5 Hunt for Specimens, I think, if we had been Witherbloom. And this, the Teamer deck out of this draft also would have been pretty interesting. Yeah, sure. This is one I haven't had the chance to cast yet, and I'm very excited. Sorry, Prismari Pledge Mage. Sorry, Prismari Pledge Mage. Alright, Elemental Summoning, great. This is, we're good on playables, time to start building up the lesson board. This is exactly like the last draft, we're just getting all the crazy rares, although Lightning Bolt is not as flashy as Harness Infinity, but we'll still win us some games. Also, I feel like we're gonna hit our we're gonna hit the prediction very easily, right? Are we? Currently on multiple choice. Dream Strix. Okay, Shock Bolt. Oh no, we're actually not going to, maybe. Not going to take Claim to Firstborn. Rutha's a bomb. We're going to take Rutha. Like, yeah, Prismari Pledge Mage is cool, but we just keep seeing Pledge Mages in packs with much better cards. There! Alright, here's a Pledge Mage I can take. There's also Strategic Planning, which is nice, but I feel like it would be good to have one more Pledge Mage. Just Lightning Bolt and Shock are a good amount of early defense. Strategic Planning would let me hit the prediction. Or get me closer. The rare is terrible in this test. The rare doesn't do anything. It doesn't do anything that's very expensive. Bad combo. Yeah, I'll take the Pledge Mage here. Okay, Academic Dispute. This is a card that's very good with Pledge Mage. I will take the second Dispute over the 4th Frost Trickster, I think. What's my lesson board right now? I have enough lessons, right? Sciences, Anatomy, Prophecy, Summoning. Summoning? Yeah, easy. Easy Dispute.
We need to become Aaron Gertler tonight, chat. That's the goal.
Alright, unplayables all around. I'll take somebody's... I'll just take an uncommon for the... This has been like a really powerful set of packs. Just feels like so much interesting stuff going on. Alright, Test of Talents. Probably not going to play it, but might be playable for us. Best Black Common, just wheeling all around. Yeah, we could have had... I feel like we could have had an amazing deck in like any color combination except probably Lorehold, because Lorehold is bad. Like, could have had an amazing Witherbloom deck, could have had an amazing Quandrix deck, but Teamer deck, but I'm still pretty happy with this, like, slim trim Prismari deck. Ho ho ho! Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, feed them to me. Pour them directly into my veins. I don't think I'm actually playing either copy of Elemental Masterpiece in this deck. Our deck's, like, much lower to the ground than that. Yeah, Zapgaze, sorry to intrude on your old rank like this, but... Alright, Elemental Masterpiece is too slow, we're not doing this kind of thing. I do play the Snow Day. I have not liked Predator Drop Warden very much in any deck, Pelizaeus. And, I mean, it's like okay defense in Prismari, it's just like a medium to mediocre common. It's just kind of expensive for what it does, and it's hard to set up to be devastating because it costs so much in its sorcery speed. It's like a lot worse than the instant speed version from War of the Spark. And then in Lorehold, of course, you really don't want to do that at all. It's Lorehold's supposed to be attacking, and that card does not attack. Ooh, Cardboard Nomad. You make a good point. Is Biblioplex Assistant Multiple Choice a good enough combo? The answer is no, but it's a good question. Okay, so what else are we cutting here? Is this a world? Probably Test of Talents? This is like very close to Negate. I don't really want to cut a Frost Trickster. I'm more inclined to cut a Kelpie Guide than a Frost Trickster just because this deck seems like it's going to be very aggressive. Definitely don't want to cut a Pledge Mage in this deck. Pledge Mage seems insane. Pledge Mage in Academic Dispute is just like the blowout to end all blowouts. I mean, both Pledge Mages are absolute blowouts at Academic Dispute. This Quandrix Pledge Mage is going nowhere. It seems good to have like one card like this, but I don't even know if that's true. Multiple choice, by the way, is a 5-drop, so let's put that in its proper place. No problem, Bulgogi Bryant. Yeah, I just don't think we're doing this. I'm not sure we're doing Test of Talents here. Sketchy cards are like this, Test of Talents. Possibly Kelpie Guide, just because it's not very aggressive. Teach by Example is still here, right? This is not a good Teach by Example deck. Goodbye. I forgot that was there. So that's gone. This card's just like, occasionally it looks cool, but it's very clunky to set up. 2 mana is a lot. There's a world where we could cut a land. I don't know if I want to cut a land in the world where we're playing Creative Outburst, though. Cutting a gate seems fine. We're not going to be like holding open mana very often. We're very aggressive. Yeah, non-reactive spells is another way to say that. So we're down to one more cut. Kelpie Guide, Creative Outburst, Land are the proposals I'm now entertaining. Currently at 13 instants and sorceries. Probably just Outburst, right? Like, let's think about what these two different cards do. Kelpie Guide, ramps, which can be really powerful with multiple choice, and just like multi-spelling in general, we have a million learn cards. And in situations where you could cast Creative Outburst, there's a good chance we have 8 lands, in which case Kelpie Guide is still very good. Oh, it's a fine plan, Zapcase. I'm here to chat with you. What do you think? What do you think here? Because I like basically have been agreeing with you up till now, and now I'm just like torn. Like, we just don't have any of the cards that go with this. We don't have the 2/2 flyer. We don't have the 2/4 flyer. Like, I just feel like this is going to get stuck uncastably in hand a good amount of the time, whereas Kelpie Guide is always going to be pretty good. Alright. Almighty said would not cut Outburst. I'm just curious, like, what else this deck would be meant to cut. Why don't we go to 16 lands? Interesting. I guess we do have Environmental Sciences. And Curate Iteration to a lesser degree. Our curve is pretty low. Our curve's low. We've got stuff like Rutha, which really demands mana.
Aaron Girdler tonight,
we have a lot of lessons, which really reward you for continuing to hit land drops, so you can multi-spell. I don't know. I just hate missing land drops so much in the lesson format. Yeah, it's interesting. Like, I can assume basically costs 4 a lot of the time, because I want to cast them. I guess it actually doesn't. I'm making that up. I'm also a little bit nervous about colored sources. Like, if I have double Quandrix Pledge Mage, I really want to have at least 9 blue sources to, like, reliably cast those on turn 3. And then only 7 red sources make me nervous. Partly because a lot of the cards I could search up sciences with are already red. I think we'll keep it 17 lands and cut Kelpie Guide then. Like, we have a lot of 3-drops. Many of my 3-drops I'd rather be casting on 3 than casting this thing, and then casting like a 3-drop and a 2-drop. Plus, this way I can say we cut our first pick. Also, what's our final count gonna look like? We have multiple choice, Dream Strix, Bolt Shock. Okay, maybe we've gone down to 4 rares, right? 1, 2, 4 rares and archives. Yeah, just the 4. All right. So let's play out that prediction. The answer was no. Jolly Flame Man, probably not while still title to Made Him exists, no. Oh, Kelpie Guy can be the mascot or deck box even if we're not playing him. We got Kelpie Guy Dason, which felt weird, but I think it's appropriate. Vikai, we're not playing it, so it doesn't count. It only counts if we actually play the card that we drafted. Otherwise, way too easy for me to like manipulate the outcome of the prediction however I want to, just by like grabbing unplayable Mystical Archives. Yeah, all right. This is much better than the last Prismari aggro deck I had. Okay, this hand has multiple choice in it, ergo probably a good hand. Ooh, okay. Wow, naming the deck is so much pressure. I think I'm not going to name a deck today. But maybe in the next stream we will start doing some deck naming. Nice work, Bottle Brush. What are you going to spend it on? Classic. Right. It's just opt, opponent. Don't worry, it's just opt. We just have opt. Spring Main Cervix. Sure. Lightning Bolt is a good card to draw there. So we could bolt the Cervix and start attacking. I feel like this is a little bit more of a defensive game here. Largely because if they attack him with Cervix, we just get to eat it. Opponent's not biting. Okay. I'm the one with the multiple choice. This is fine. Alright, now I think we start chipping away. Is that true? Yeah, we're going to heated debate as well. Color our next thing. Alright, let's start getting in. Oh, Bottle Brush. Bottle Brush, I already had kettlebells today. Bottle Brush, have mercy. Alright. So, like, even if they place me like a Witherbloom Pledge Mage, I'm, like, pretty incentivized to heated debate their Scurrid Colony, so I can bounce the Pledge Mage with multiple choice. Or Accomplished Alchemist. Same logic applies. Eat it, Scurrid Colony. Get out of here. Don't want to see you. Don't want to think about you. Don't want to hear about you. None of that. Rutha. Alright, well, I'm still multiple choicing here. Not going to wait on Rutha. Because I do want to get this ramp spell off the board. Curate. Sure. Yeah, multiple choice is both hilarious and very powerful. Okay, so this is probably going to be a curate turn to start with. See what we can scare up. I don't want to cast Rutha yet because she can die without me being able to use her. Subtracting accomplishes very little. Okay, graveyard you. Draw Snow Day, sure. Okay, now that we have another really good thing to do next turn, I'm actually pretty inclined to jam Rutha. Yeah, Dreamer Sleep, that's roughly what it does. Perfectly fine for decks that want to cast lots of spells. Okay, I was thinking about Professor's Warning there for a second. It doesn't seem like that's what happened. Opponent just casts a creature and we get to... I see, okay.
We need to become Aaron Gertler tonight, chat. That's the goal.
New follower. Oh, I missed some followers. I'm so distracted tonight. Ulro, Knock Knocks, Phyrexian Andy, and now Aleatory M. Thank you all. Oh, that's a 6/6. We're just snowdaying them? Alright, I think I like Quandrix Pledge Mage Rutha gets double subtraction. This is just such a better attacker than Rutha once we have Snow Day down. If they decide to attack with that 6/6, we can subtract the heck out of it. Yeah, much more comfortable playing those Witherbloom games where we're just like Dirt will eventually win, but it is nice to be able to actually clock people. Opponent should be pretty aggressive against a Rutha. You don't beat Rutha going long. Alright, well. I think we just fire this off then. Just get my 2 triggers. Grabbing... Probably like... That's what I want to do next turn. Probably just cast Rutha. See if double elemental summoning seems good. Let's take elemental summoning and take... Probably... Intro to Prophecy? Might be environmental sciences, actually. I just kind of want to get more cards going. Rutha, really mana-hungry card here. Take sciences here for now. Okay, well, we drew Creative Outburst. That seems like a good card. Good work, Monty. You steered us right. But I will try to double that if I can. So let's do this. Into Rutha Pass. And worst comes to worst, we can simply double Snow Day. Worst case scenario, my opponent has removal for the Pledge Mage, but I'm still at a reasonably healthy life total after that. Alright, that does fortunately very little. The Pest can attack, I guess. The Pest doesn't even attack. I guess it makes more sense for the Pest to be able to block. Alright. Time to do some killing. So we can almost kill our opponent with this. I think it's going to be better to kill their 2 creatures, though. Kill you, kill... you. I like the idea of killing the Alchemist because it might turn off some of their spells, like Rise of Extus, for example. I will take Dream Strix is a bit bigger than Frost Trickster. Frost Trickster locking down the Fractal seems helpful, though. We have more Tricksters, though. I'll just take a Strix. I don't know, I'm not really thinking that hard. We're pretty far ahead here. Serpentine Curve, wonderful. Yeah, Rutha, solid contender for best uncommon in the set. Hey, Kalametar, yeah, it's late at night for me. Glad you're able... I'm sad you're up so early, unless you meant to be, in which case, good work being disciplined and getting up early. Alright, so yeah, this is pretty much... I guess we just double curve here. Let's not beat around the bush. We newly chroma keyed. I don't know what that means. Did you limit? Is there something wrong with the green screen? Does it look weird to you? Yeah. Notably, opponent has had no removal spells this game besides that one Lash of Malice. Definitely a format where removal is at a strong premium. Thanks, Super Punched Out. Yep, this is what Prismari wants to do. Alright, Pledge Mage can now trade with the Bear and the Fractal. Yeah, I'm ready to start attacking. Just in case my opponent draws Crux of Fate or something. Get him dead here. Yeah, CM checks. It's well, you see all the other star students or whatever.
We need to become Aaron Girdler tonight, Chet. That's
all the other star students have 2 or 3 abilities, so they had to give Rutha just 1 ability. They're going to make it real busted. Real busted. Also, thanks for the follow, Phenomicon TV. I see all this stuff dies. Sure. I will say that Prismari feels very Prismari. I definitely feel very Prismari as I'm doing this. Alright. Don't know if we're going to get time to get to rank 2 tonight. We're probably going to sign off on the stream around 10. We will do at least 1 or 2 more game level predictions, though. Here, let's say I'll commit to at least 2 more games, and we're going to have a prediction for will we win the next 2 games. This deck is pretty good. I imagine most of you will bet that it will win the next game, but will we win the next 2 games might be a bit more even.
We need to become Aaron Girdler tonight, chat.
Super punched out. Prismari is good. I think pretty much all of the color combos but Lorehold can put together some really impressive decks. Lorehold can, but it's much harder. Adiowando, thanks for the follow. Those guilds all go over the top in different ways. But yeah, I haven't liked Lorehold. Everything else I've had like some very good instances. Quandrix seems like the best one when it's open because it's just the ramp plan is so clean. It still just feels surreal just drawing Lightning Bolt in my opening hand as I'm just like drafting on the ladder. Alright, well, opponent knows you have Chakra Bolt. I'm not going to bother like keep that a secret for a long time or whatever, but yeah. Also, of course, we're probably just going to bolt the first thing we see. If they play a creature this turn, we're almost certainly bolting it. Bolt is a tempo card. You want to use it to get ahead on tempo. You don't want to save it for the perfect moment or whatever. Just get out of here. Especially since we don't have a Prismari Pledge Mage to pump or anything like that. I feel like this game might just be us killing our opponent with flyers. I feel like that's has a good chance of happening. Bear Professor is exactly the kind of 4-drop I wanted to see here. Very true, Luke. Very true. I've been tricked. Creative Outburst will probably be good later. I'm also incredibly down to just Arcane Subtraction the Spare Professor when it attacks me. Snakeskin Veil? Ooh, Snakeskin Veil. Cute. Alright. I mean, that was a whole card you just meant to do that. Are you going to block now? No, gonna save it for the Tricksters. Makes sense, makes sense. And yeah, I think this is gonna be cram session now. And because we have this creative outburst, probably just gonna go for environmental sciences here. Should I put up a second Snakeskin Veil? Counterspell? Oh, cute. Wow. They even got my other one, chat. Not bad. But still, we're in a position where, like, our spells are generally very good. Our lands are very good. Solid position here. Look, a land. That's very good. That's nice. 2 completely different types of games you've played here. Yeah, okay, I like the Creative Outburst. I like the Creative Outburst way more than Kelpie Guide. Rank 2! Rank 2. Alright. Probably going to the last game of the night then. Let's hope we win it. Stay rank 2. Yeah, well, if I do hit rank 1 with this deck later, we'll definitely be tweeting about it. Yeah, this deck is the pinnacle of Prismari aggro. Just like, feel just much worse about... I somehow 4-3'd with the last deck, but I did get crushed by Sam Black playing it, and it felt terrible, and this one is much better. Also, I should just respect Snow Day more. I didn't like it in the previous season, and I should just actually like it. That card's real good. Really good. Ooh, Sam's Prismari episode of Drafting Archetypes is up. By the way, chat, if you want to know how I learned so much about Limited in Kaldheim season, would highly recommend you check out Sam Black's Drafting Archetypes podcast. This hand has no red in it, which is a little risky, but we have a lot of mountains, a lot of, arcane subtractions and curates that can set us up to get red. I think we'll get there eventually, but if our deck loses, this could be how. Alright, up against Witherbloom. Traditionally, my Witherbloom decks have gotten whooped by Prismari. See if we can keep that up. Arcane Subtraction. Alright, we'll be fine for later. Let's get the clock started. I can't believe they just gave Frostlinks flying. That's such a thing. Such a thing to do. Look at that. Lightning Bolt. Love Lightning Bolt. Sadly can't dispute this thing. But pretty in just Bolt the Troll and cast no Trickster. Just get those spells out. That actually might have been bad. It's possible that with Rutha, I should just be like casting Rutha and stay up to double Bolt next turn. That's entirely possible, yeah. Moldering Karok, yeah, incredibly punished for that decision. Nevertheless, alright, so current plan is swing for 4, play Prismari, Pledge Mage, and try to set up an Arcane Subtraction when this Karok attacks me. This color has a lot of removal, so every chance this doesn't work, but I'm hoping it works. Pest Summoning pre-combat, that's Overgrown Arch, that's a good sign too. Karok not attacking. Fantastic sign. Alright, well, opponent's gaining a total of 1 life per turn. I would like to gain much more than that, or deal much more damage than that. This admittedly is not the greatest Academic Dispute deck against decks with a lot of bigger creatures, but still like this position. Okay, Gnarl Professor is a very good card, but does not stop Frost Trickster, so... Yeah, it's true, Jofu. Mascot Exhibition. Alright, opponent is determined to make a game of it. This will be interesting. Alright, we're actually just getting... I'm just getting Expanded Anatomy here, yes. Definitely Expanded Anatomy. Let's just make 2 4/4 Frost Tricksters and see how they deal with that. They could have removal spells, but they're gonna need more than one. Gotta remember all my multi-targeting tricks from the Team Clover days, chat. No, Zapgaze. I have 1-3'd with good Silverquill decks before. Silverquill is tricky. I don't think we're disputing anything. I think I just want to smash my opponent with 4/4s today. So, opponent. Have you got anything to play next turn that's better than Mascot Exhibition? Well, they're looking. They're looking. Pest Summoning again. Yeah, that, need to pick up some Inklings there. Okay, that plays, and... Okay, if they have Eliminate or something, we're probably going to lose. Eye Twitch. Alright, that we can probably solve. I feel like we can figure something out. Like this. Actually, like this. Oh, they can have the pump spell that gains them life, I guess? Alright, let's just do this then. Do I care about the pump spell that gains them life? Here, we'll see if they scoop to this. Nope. I'm just applauding the deck, chat. This deck is very good. Well done, deck. Well done. Okay, well, that I'm going to pay out the prediction now. A lot of believers. A lot of believers. Love to be believed in, chat. Love it. Also closing right on 5,500 followers. Remember, if you want to see more top-level limited play, I've now been top 5 Mythic the last 3 seasons, and I can actually confidently say that I can probably show you that.
We need to become Aaron Gertler.
So do remember to follow the stream.
That's the goal.
I'll be streaming tomorrow night, almost certainly. Thanks so much for the follows, though. Kamarada Stalin. And I'm Bonzo. Yeah, this Holy Blade, I felt like it was going to be hard for anything to replace Kaldheim, but I'm really enjoying the format so far. Even when I don't have broken decks, it feels like the games are just full of action because so many of the cards draw other cards. But it definitely takes some getting used to. I got kicked around really hard my first few drafts. David Dunn, thanks for the follow. Also, Yoshi could probably go like follow Zapgaze on Twitter or something, because Zapgaze is also great. Yeah, alright, let's see if we can raid somebody. See if Sam's playing. Sam's probably playing, because Sam's always playing. And I do like raiding Sam Black, because as I was saying before, Sam's podcast is incredible. Highly recommended. I'm going to look forward to listening to that on a nice moonlit walk tonight. Alright, Sam is in fact playing and just cast the card Leech Fanatic, which is maybe not the sign that the deck went together perfectly, but we're going to raid him now. Hey, Coining Cleavage, I'm so glad. And thanks again for the follow earlier. Alright, let's go say hi to Sam. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the harnessing of infinity and all the other nonsense.